We are live.
Are we? Is that some mod up in there?
We are live.
Already?
Oh, you just said K.
Lurking.
Wait, is it? It's
Yeah,
live?
Give it a sec for this thing to start. This shit right here ain't for the faint of heart.
Oh, goddamn, it's DaPillaManz.
What's going on, everybody? On the what today's date? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
14th.
Sometime on Saturday. Man late. So it's gonna be a relatively quick one. So let me just get straight through it. This is the Visit, aka I'm constantly missing the point, like a Hugh Cast Met Guns,
Yes.
Lil Mac 10, Devil Joe on the Hunger Strike, the Robber Baron Wasteland, the Earth and Slats with Dumbass, 3DX is smart fuck because I got the stroke of genius. That is a Magic the Gathering
Blowing
reference.
them minds out.
AKA Show Me the Way to Zamunda Forever. AKA Dick Good Love, which is direct translation of my name in English and French. AKA You're on Rolling 20s. Two in the neck, Baba, got that dragging out the fucking sky.
Terrible.
AKA all kinds of bands and sock passing out for that.
Oh,
Quand tu fais capoter? Quand tu fais capoter, son?
creme brulee.
Creme brulee, that's French, not Haitian.
Forget it.
AKA getting black by Red J because they on that Bacardi B.
Damn.
AKA Sean the Shannon. AKA R. Kelly did it. Candor, Shazam, yo dumbass. Never too soon for Epstein. Inspector, Debt Collector. Bullet Bleed Days, Memphis Sleek, and So Good Guy. Did that shit in under 3 minutes. Let's go. That's a fucking record.
Great.
AKA.
Y'all can have the skits. Because if I had the skits, would be off like the skits would be the whole fucking
What is
podcast.
the skits today?
I'll try to roll.
You chillin' with the iceberg, aka Mama Mike. I better fix your fucking faces. AKA Spikeberg Mike the criticizer. AKA Zimwick with an X almost got Norded.
Give it to you.
AKA Deckmaster like the G. AKA Conspiracy Berg. The truth is out there.
What's the truth of the day?
The truth of the day is the FEMA camps are coming.
Wow.
They were already here.
So
All
be
right.
aware.
Conspiracy thinkers.
Made the frogs gay. It's all right. But gay frog acceptance has come a long way.
Gay
Yes.
frogs. You know, the Flat Earth Society is around the globe. They have charters everywhere around the globe.
They're a bunch of dumbasses.
AKA Cobweb Michaels, Dusty as fuck.
He don't know shit.
Goddamn.
You don't know shit about that puppet. I'm like, bro, how you ain't know?
I learned about the puppet today.
That shit came out last
I got
year.
new ammo.
Get some oil from fucking hinges.
AKA Jared got the receipts. AKA Cameron was kung fu fighting. AKA Ice Bob Ross. AKA Mike Wazowski.
Oh, wow.
AKA
That movie
DMX is
sucked.
my spirit animal.
What the fuck is that one? I don't get that one.
Monsters Inc.
Oh shit.
Yo, Mouse University is trash. Next.
Look, I was talking about Inc. I don't know about University.
Pretty cool.
AKA DMX is my spirit animal. AKA Foreman Riemann. AKA Cannabis Knuckles.
Morgan Freeman.
Forgan Riemann.
Oh,
So what? DMX is your stand?
Yes.
What does it do?
that new.
So
That's your man. I thought I was your man. Nah, that's my man.
He's literally my clone.
And I thought I was on that. Where the fuck is Drag On? Like,
Just somewhere at a Walmart. And then AKA Cannabis Knuckles.
Here I come for the rest of them. Best of them.
Call me Knuckles. Knuckles.
do we need to do the whole song?
I mean, yeah, you gotta do it.
No.
We gotta have her in there. We'll get them next time.
We're good on that.
What you got?
Y'all need to listen to the other 20 episodes. You had that
love
song
it.
in like 8 of them.
That's
So
a fact.
it's all-
What you got?
Yo, it's D. It stands for whatever you want it to be. Don't ask me no silly ass questions. It's whatever.
Yo, I got a question, yo.
Go ahead.
What's your name, yo?
It's a stupid fucking question. Take it however you want, whatever you want it to be. Because a sword sliced the air, split it with a gash. See me in the rear view sprinting on the dash. The green ninja with the hot blade and the mask.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
But unfortunately, I'm the daimyo.
It's a cipher.
Don't waste my time. Oh shit, we fucking up.
Oh shit.
Because Samad said we was dead ass supposed to do it today.
Fuck.
You were supposed to come early. That's what fucked it up.
I'm fucking tired
We
of
supposed
shit.
to record that.
I found my verse. I can re-record it. if
That's
need
it.
be.
You were supposed to record it. My bad, Samad.
We'll get to it.
God damn. We letting
It's
our
alright.
fans down?
All this time getting wasted. I'm the daimyo. Don't waste my time, yo.
Shit.
Bird.
Call in late.
Jesus Christ.
Call it
Come in
late.
an hour late.
Call it late.
Come on in late. Damn.
I got some things to do. It's called waking up late.
Also that.
Take my time.
5
with this.
hours later. I'll be there in
5
5 minutes.
hours later.
Yes, I'm the busy man, debonair in demand, with the grandest stand. Don't need no chair.
Okay.
Iron Bridge shit. Pull the chair out. He's on the horse stand.
We got the horses in the bag.
Yes. Because I'm Rawls on the floor, topping the charts from the bottom, baby. I'll be back. Ernie paid off. I got these ill-gotten gains. I made off with millions.
Yo, I checked my accounts. Where's my money?
Took it. Pension is gone.
It's my money and I want it now.
I made off. Unfortunately, people be paying for fucking information. That's just stupid. And information is free. Why you gotta behind a paywall? Talking about you got your whole article behind a damn Patreon.
You don't get the fuck out of here.
Dumb shit. Oh, bro, pick it up. I got sorted out, you know. I got the riddles and all this stuff. They was sorting me. They was like, yo, bro, you should be a Ravenclaw. Nah, you should be a Gryffindor. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm the Brazen Claw, bruv. Don't tell me how to cast a spell. I cast it with my hand. No wand, fam. That's how I do. Harry is a waste man. Alright? Where the peeves at, bruv? Get it up. Pick it up. Look at my crisp. Turn around the corner. Bob's your uncle. Alright?
Bob? Who the fuck is Bob?
That's. Ask for forgiveness, never not permission.
Oh.
No bend! Wait. Yes.
Wait.
No bend. Yes. No bend. That's what it is. All right. All did it. I'm from it was nice. It was a nice boy. It was cold and shit, but it's all good. No panda commanded. No! Where the fuck is my dragon egg?
I shot quite a few of them.
Oh, god damn it. Game of Thrones season. Last season was hot bag. It was trash. This dragon's dying. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, fuck your dragon egg. It's a good use.
No!
I'm still waiting for you to help me with my problem.
I already used the 2.
I am Deckmaster Lecter G.
What?
And I have a white dragon that needs to die.
No!
Fuck you, satellite.
I'll help you with that. Yeah, that's all good. We'll do that. Hey, y'all, it's DJ Bosanobi with that smooth trash CD101 FM. Oh, shit. It is the goddamn Rawls busting in my office again trying to fucking sing the damn song one more time. All right, fuck it. What you got for us today, Rawls? I got a song in my heart. And here it comes. How's that shit go? Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your shine glow, baby. You're also silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your baby. Soul glow, baby.
What the fuck?
Soul glow.
The remix.
Thank you, fucking Rawls. Get the fuck out of my office with that bullshit. And we cussing up a storm. This stream is going to get demonetized. You already know we ain't making no goddamn money with this shit. But it's alright, because up next, it's Shaman's Flex Daddy D with the complex brews and remedies. People talking about, yo, you don't know how to play light? What are you doing, man? You just go play that other shit. You don't know how to play fast. Everyone else plays light. And that undefeated whacked everybody with the bullshit. Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. Y'all don't understand the concept of tempo and science and violence. That's all I do, baby.
That's a whole fact.
That's it. Just busting ass. Alright? Because I'm the Il Weezo Negro with the dopey yo-yos on the side, and we had the man, your man's joined the whole ass party. I didn't even know what. Everybody's like flipping minds with the guy next to him and all this other shit. I was like,
We
yo,
ended the series and went straight to credits.
this shit was crazy, man.
Repeatedly.
We had the dopey yo-yos and the Aerosmiths, and yo, who was out here? The Spice
Should have left this
Girls.
coat alone.
It's ridiculous. Your man had a rock at the end. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. But damn, this is crazy. And we have a guest. Who is this on the side?
Who is you?
Tweeting up a storm.
Who the fuck? You
Me.
landlord. Cradle the statements for
strangers.
I mean, we can do the verse.
Right, we can do it in the meantime.
Trigger
Stampede. It's something else you can't breathe.
He's that nigga that can't
You
breathe.
water. You walk order. You know this life is stars. It's a superstar.
General, wait for credit. I forgot the words to the rest of the fucking
Flash
verse.
flood, what a crowd. Hit you with my separate style, and I forgot the rest of the words as wow.
old and I was on it just.
Everyone know that home sweet home.
Afghanistan gorillas.
That was a home sweet home, right?
AKAs.
Okay, I'm ready whenever y'all are not.
Go ahead. Just start talking.
It's your phone. You can cut us right the fuck off.
Word.
I am Portia the Grown A Word Witch. I do not.
Grown ass witch.
AKA Wakanda's Pepper Ann, AKA Maxine Shaw, the Ravenclaw, AKA Galleon's Making
Bro, from the Brazen Claw, yo. That's something.
No.
The same house, bro. No, oh shit.
AKA 90s Nostalgia Nerd, and AKA Captain Planned It.
Because they planned it. That's hard. All right, so how you doing today? What brings you here to the DaPillaManz podcast?
I mean, I kind of live here.
Nice. That's pretty
That's convenient.
formal. It's pretty accurate. All right.
Oh, man. So what the fuck happened? You know, should we just go in reverse and just start with this whole Santa bullshit?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's start from the beginning.
What's the beginning?
I don't know what the beginning. The awards?
I don't know. Just shoot it. Go ahead. Talk about the Santa Ball.
SantaCon.
It's crazy.
What the fuck is SantaCon?
All right, so SantaCon is an excuse for white folk to just be worse than they actually are.
Oh shit.
So now this motherfucker be drunk at noon.
Yes.
In the street and in public drunk.
Day drinking.
Just taking up the road.
And they
and
dress
shit.
up like Santa and
Madam.
it's just a bunch of fucking Hugos. It's just
So regular shit just during the day.
basically.
Yes.
But the problem
More
is
but more
it's
obnoxious.
it's crowded and cramped and yada
It is
yada.
So Comic-Con with alcohol.
Yeah.
Comic-Con with Santa beers.
Alcohol would be a fucking problem.
Right.
I don't know why you're under the impression that people do not get drunk or high and are at Comic-Con.
Barely. Not the normies. I don't know.
Not
Not the
2,000 people at
Not
once.
saying that there aren't people who don't.
I mean, not to say that
But the average part patron is definitely.
When I'm talking about
Partaking.
when I'm
I've
talking
never
about
been there sober, technically, but I get what you're saying.
When-
But
when
not
I-
at the large scale.
when
Not at the large
when
scale,
I'm
yeah.
referring to that, I'm saying like the amount of crowds because I haven't been able to go to Comic-Con in a couple of years because it's ridiculous to get tickets. But whenever you're in the lobby of the Javits Center, you cannot move for a good 10 minutes.
Imagine every one of them that drunk sway.
Bumping into my bag. Some lady stepped on my goddamn foot. I was about. It was because she was a lady. I was about to flip out the door.
Oh, my
Because if Rich can keep his composure, I can keep mine.
I guess we're starting from the end.
Talk about your mans.
Yeah, man.
So we were on our way from Guitar Center to a tournament. We're gonna talk about that tournament in a second. But I'm on the train, sitting right next to D. There's this woman and her child sitting on. You know how they have the 3 seats and then the 2. This is New York. If you ain't from New York, then just ride a fucking train. Hey, they sit on the side, and this asshole just literally came in. Hey, can I have that seat right now? I'm like. What? So I moved my jacket.
No, he was like, right now.
Right now. I'm like, it's a fucking seat. Sit down. Right? I literally said that. Like,
Already no space for this motherfucker. Like, why you want to sit next to
He's
her?
sitting down. He's just like grumbling, talking shit, whatever. And then he tries to like, you know how some people like try to spread out to take up more space.
spread.
So he tried to man spread. So I just like hit man spread back. The problem was it's like there was so much force he almost fell out of his seat.
Shoulder check.
As soon as that happens, like the mother and the daughter moved to another spot, and then
What it was.
and he was just like, he was just mad
About to be a fight.
yeah, he was just saying some shit, and he ended up moving to the side, and he was talking shit the whole time. I in his direction, he was about to stomp. Like, 2 seconds, I was about to backfist the fuck out of this
all
guy.
he was.
Look, I was at like 20%, and this dude fucking almost flew off the seat.
It's true.
Right? And then, not only that, it was like, okay, let's say if you're skilled enough to actually deal with my bullshit. He's sitting right next to me.
First of all, I was just drinking my Coke. I'm just like,
Yo, the coach even win because it's like, yo, if y'all see that JoJo shit, when you finish his wine and start starving the shit out of somebody, that's okay. Though. I like, yo, nah, if I'm in trouble with these guys, I'll finish this Coke first. Let me survive, and then bang.
I'm like, really?
That's not
like, I was literally talking about fucking was it Yu-Gi-Oh or some bullshit. Like, we was talking about this shit. I was just like, this guy is not even close. And I was just like, wow. I'm surprised they hit him right. But technically, he didn't make contact yet. So I'm just like, it's just a matter of time.
Besides the spread out part.
Right.
That's when he made contact.
I mean, if
you
would have
swung,
swung,
you were there because it's like I was occupied, like trying, I was talking to you.
Exactly.
I was occupied that conversation.
Right, we was talking. I was ignoring the guy the whole time. Fully aware that he would die at any second.
It was so.
It wasn't good for him.
My thing was just like, again, I was barely at any percentage, and it's like that little move. I'm surprised he didn't just fly completely the fuck out.
Nah, he would die.
Like, look, to deal with power, you have to be twice as skilled as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm not unskilled. I'm not the most skilled. I'm not unskilled, but you have to be twice as strong, like twice as skilled. I'm not unskilled.
Power is power.
So let's keep it a buck. Let's look at fucking Freddy versus Jason. Freddy hit him like a billion times. Jason knocked him once into another fucking set. But
so your technique has to be twice, at least 5 times the power, just so you can make a difference.
Like Royce Gracie, if you look at the first couple of UFCs, little skinny guy, 170, fighting dudes at like 300, 400 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Literally in dealing with these motherfuckers because his skill level was that insane. Right? I'm like, nah, this is just fucking wash up.
The kids reminded me of Kingdom Hearts with this.
We're gonna get right into that, but let me just finish that one little thing because it's a problem with Senecon. Because again, it's like it was like 2,000 motherfuckers at least. I saw that, man. There's that many red coats, right? Fucking Revolutionary War and shit.
The British are coming.
The jingle balls was coming. Yeah.
So on top of that, it's like I saw maybe like 7 or 8 black folk involved, and this dude that was about to get bodied was one of the black folk.
Yeah.
I'm like, really though? Like you're gonna be the one?
Yeah.
Like, don't.
I'm not seeing red fat. Shit. Like, either way, I'm good.
Just have my coat.
Already beat the hell out of him. He might not be here.
Yo, imagine if we did end up jumping this guy.
It very likely could have happened.
I know, but how would it be? Like, would it be just have fun with it? Like a 3D like wrestling moves and shit?
See what you do. Last week. Bruce low kick fucking shit.
Yo, Bruce low kick into rock bottom. That'd be fucking beautiful. That'd be fucking great. Nah, I can't do that. I'm too old for that kick. Last time I did a high kick was like 2 years ago, and my hamstring was fucked up for like 6 months. Oh shit! I was trying to prove a point, and I'm like, yeah, I'm washed.
No more kicks.
But strength is the last thing to go. Flexibility is the first. So. But nah, you were mentioning
that old man strength.
How about you? Getting any fights recently?
I feel like anytime you're on a New York subway, you're in a risk of fighting somebody.
That's a whole fact.
This was really about to go down, though. Like, your man was out here. I'm like, he's talking crazy, and he don't know who Rich is. I'm just like, yo, this is a bad idea.
You got him all
I don't fucking shit. But now you mentioned being on the subway feels like a fight. I'm guessing you have some story. The last little bit.
I just hate people, honestly.
Fist bump that fuck people. Like,
These damn humans.
you walking up steps and stopping at the end like you're not gonna get trampled.
My ankle was messed up because of someone who bumped me on the way to the freaking train in like 2014. My ankle's effed up from 2014. I'm like, you a-holes. Like, it's not that deep. Like, I get you being in a rush most of the time, but like, everyone can't be rushing everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate everyone. I hate sitting in a subway. I hate not sitting in a subway. I hate everybody. I hate the whole thing.
I hate
Oh man, tell me about that first car. Why was that first car OD empty and then every other sequential car was stopped?
I think I know why.
You know why? That's what I was like, damn.
Actually, no, it was even funnier because it was like there was 2 people that came down a little bit after us and they saw the empty thing. So we saw the empty. We went into the one behind it. They rushed for that last.
Yeah, right.
And the doors fucking closed.
That's how you know they're tourists.
That's how you know.
They're done.
Shoebies is getting got.
It's like,
Goddamn
there's a reason for this. Like follow the crowd.
You gonna learn? Yeah, hell yeah, you gonna learn
today.
today. Why you think that shit's empty? Yeah,
There's a reason why.
farts.
It's rush hour. Why do you think that car is empty?
Yeah,
The New York Olympics.
Somebody laid a bomb. That's why.
Like,
is that one hobo who's just laying on the floor. I'm like, nope, you got it.
I remember being on a train and had people asking for fucking chains like back to back to back. So it's like you're on somewhere. It's like you gotta take bum tax. Like, you gotta have like a certain amount of money just to appease some people. Are you entertaining me or not? Like, the subways are fun.
Yeah, between slow walkers on the stairs and freaking Showtime, I'm kind of good on the subway.
I almost got hit in the face with Showtime. Slow and shit. I'm like, it was the dirt from the floor.
Some of them be whack as hell. I'm like, bro, you gotta step in your routine.
There's a guy that gets on from our stop in Brooklyn who is an a-hole. Like, no, seriously, he's an a-hole. He'll get on the stop with the bango drum and he'll start saying whatever the F he feels like saying. And he'll be like, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Oh, no one's gonna say good morning back to me? Well, y'all are all the worst or whatever. And he's like, talk through why everybody's the worst. Oh, y'all don't give me no money? Oh, okay. And he'll start just saying, he'll try to make eye contact with people and start talking about them. Like, oh yeah, this lady over here, of course you don't know anything about this life, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh my gosh, how do you think you're going to make people give you money by being an effing a-hole?
What train is
This is on the A train.
A train.
In the morning.
What stops?
In Brooklyn.
Okay, I'm gonna start taking that A train in the morning. I'll see this motherfucker.
I haven't seen him recently, but like there are times where it was like for like a couple of months in a row, this Negro would just be there every day, and I'd be like, look, sometimes I would see him about to get on the same train car with me, and I'd actively get in the other one. Yes. And sometimes he would follow, like he would just come, where he would know people had seen him around, he'd seen them, and then he would follow them onto the train.
Trying to
like,
guilt trip people and be like,
he sounds like the D.L. Hughley of the bums.
Wow.
I'll get to D.L. Hughley in a bit. Lately, I've been feeling brazy, so I kind of I'm gonna start taking an A for like the next couple of months. I'm sitting the fucking hour.
Yo, Rich been checking people recently. He's some old lady checking people.
I've not seen him for a while, but he would come on there with a bango drum.
He was
violent. He was like, y'all ignoring me. Y'all don't even know me like that. I got awards. I've been to Carnegie Hall, blah, blah, blah. Then he also be like, boy, it don't even matter if I've been to Carnegie Hall or not. Y'all still in it. He ain't playing nothing. He's just sitting there being
Yeah, the violin show it off.
Yeah, he been to Carnegie Hall.
Alright,
He showed up at the front door. He never walked in the fucking building though. I guarantee that. Yeah, I've been brazy as fuck. I want to see this guy.
Rich been checking people, man.
Yo, the rule is basically you do something and you fuck up, someone's gonna check you. That should be it. That should be a corrective behavior. Yeah. Then you talk shit to that person. That person may turn it into violence. Better yet, someone may skip the checking part and go straight into fucking violence.
Right.
That's what happened to your man on the fucking train.
There is plenty of times where they'd be like, I love middle-aged black women from Brooklyn specifically for their clapbacks. Like, they are so good at it. And then there was one lady one time who was on the train. She was like, shut the fuck up. And she was just like talking about, man, this man over here. She was like she was going at him from like under her breath, and he kind of like he went on to the next car after that. I was like, yeah.
You don't want that.
You don't want it. Because here's what's gonna end up happening. They're gonna go against. He's gonna try to attack her, and guess what? People are gonna come to the fucking rescue. There's gonna be like a 601.
Yeah, word.
That's a fight you don't pick, like at fucking all.
That's
Yeah.
Not only you get stomped in the nuts.
Word. She's gonna fuck you up. You're gonna get jumped. That's a bad day.
You're gonna get bashed in. You ain't gonna have no instrument. You just gonna be like,
You don't need this shit.
He's either gonna get destroyed or walk away.
Don't get it.
Let's roll back a second. So they say he has bongos. Yeah. Who the fuck has a bongo recital at Carnegie Hall?
Bongo recital.
He was the one black person they had in like an orchestra or something. I don't even know.
He's a token. He's a fucking token. He's a coat checker. I don't fucking.
I have no idea. I don't have.
Look, I work at Carnegie. I gotta have something.
God damn, man. Jesus. Yeah, look, I don't know. People be getting checked lately. It's
old lady.
Yo, no, now
you gonna say something? Alright, what you gonna do?
Nah, because I remember walking down the street. It wasn't even an old lady. It was a random lady. Literally, you know how people walk in and they go all the way on your side and expect you to fucking move? So lately, I've just been trampling through. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep fucking walking. They got bumped, they got spun around. And it's like, excuse you? I'm like, shut your fucking mouth. It's like,
I hate when that happened to me in Manhattan recently. We were under construction. There's a sidewalk. You know how the sidewalk gets smaller whenever they do construction or whatever, and they have the scaffolds down. And everybody was walking onto the right side on the both ways because it was so small that you could do a two-way, like if you're going from one direction and coming from the other, at least if you stayed on the right side, you're right.
Follow the same rules as a fucking street.
Yeah. This lady, like everyone in front of her was staying on the right, everyone behind her was staying on the right, but she, as soon as it kind of cleared up a little bit, she's like, oh, I'm gonna walk in the middle, and seeing a whole crowd of people coming towards her, walking on the right. And so I bumped her, and she turned, she like looked at me like, and I was like,
What are you doing?
I just looked back at her like, and then kept walking, and she was just like, I'm like, what is wrong?
What makes you think you're gonna break the rules? Word.
I'm gonna move out of my way for you, and there's nowhere else to go. It's just a wall.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, it's like an anime scene. You just see like a fucking like a dotted line. It's like you have from here to here to the wall. You should have been here, motherfucker. You had no business in the center line. This was your fault. Once a person just understand once it's their fault, it's their fucking fault.
You're out of pocket.
Yeah, you're out of pocket. Like keep that shit moving. Come the fuck on.
That's why the checks of what we forget you had.
Exactly, yo. Get the first check, understand the check, and be done. Because the next motherfucker ain't gonna be so gracious with that check.
Word.
You gotta get pushed out the way, or you could get stomped underfoot. Like, accidentally, like, and then on purpose, who the fuck knows? But you don't want to be that person getting the real reality check.
So they're gonna get punched in the jeans?
Shit, yes. Punch him in the jeans. Y'all, I forgot about that song, bro. Okay, we supposed to get back to two things, like DL and use my mention some Kingdom Hearts shit.
Oh yeah, y'all was saying like
You mentioned some Kingdom Hearts shit.
What the fuck? What? Y'all was like some like small dude trying to take on. Oh yeah, that UFC guy trying to take on like 300-pound dudes.
No, he won.
Oh wow.
He won. Royce Gracie won the first two UFCs. He's a fucking beast.
Because I remember like when Kingdom Hearts 1 first came out and like the platinum match with fucking Sephiroth, like you're like level 5, whatever, trying to fight Sephiroth and getting got. But there's actually people who actually did the match. And like they won, but they had to dodge everything. It's like don't get hit.
And I'm sure that match was like an hour and plus.
It was like a couple minutes, like 5-10 minutes. But they dodged every attack.
You have to.
You have to.
Like, when you understand it, that's what I was talking about, your skill.
Yeah.
Like, your skill has to be way more than the power in order to beat that power. Because if they got hit once, they would have died.
That's it.
Right? That's the idea. So,
what makes you think the power guys don't have no skill either? So that's even worse.
That's the scariest thing. Like, a power guy with skill. Like, I'm not the strongest or the most skilled, but I've got plenty of both. But the pros, like the heavyweight fighters, like people like fucking Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, they shit.
Yeah.
That's all of both. That's why they're fucking pros.
Both of them stats maxed out.
Oh, hell yeah. Max the fuck out. Like, good luck. Deontay looked like haymakers, but it was like precise fucking haymakers. Let's go DL Hugan and then let's get back to this one.
What's up, DL Hugan?
Alright, so I was watching Kings of Comedy again.
Yeah,
I found DVDs to book off like $2. He wasn't the worst one.
He wasn't.
I thought he was the worst one. He wasn't. Ced was the worst
Cedric's
one.
the worst one, right?
I was listening to
just
Ced.
be chilling.
He just be chilling. He was saying nothing or whatever. But the thing is, like, DL was like mad whack until he started attacking the crowd.
Yeah.
Then this motherfucker was like, all right, like the kid, like it was like Rock Lee when he dropped the fucking weights.
Oh shit.
He's just like a new person.
Nice.
I'm like, how were you so quick with it though? Like, so what is he even doing now?
He has a show.
He's on the radio, but
He's on the radio.
I just don't like that style of attacking the crowd shit.
Yeah.
What does he do on the regular? Yeah.
He's on radio.
You don't like his radio show?
I mean,
I
haven't really heard it like that.
Okay. So, just
But
him
his
attacking the crowd
stand-
rub you the wrong way.
Yeah, just that.
You didn't fuck with him.
It's the thing, like, and some people do it, they do it in like a mean jest way. Like, if you remember fucking Norbit and shit. Not Norbit, was it?
What?
Nutty Professor.
I didn't watch Norbit.
Alright, Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
He was being a dick, basically.
Yeah.
Whoever that dude was, right? He was being a dick. But it's like when Hugh does it, it was like, it makes so much sense that you just have to laugh.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the blonde dude, like this dude just got smacked with bleach and shit. I'm like, oh wow, that came the fuck out of nowhere. It caught me like off guard.
He's alright. He's not my favorite, but I mean,
I'm not checking for him, but I can see why he's famous.
Yeah.
I ain't checking for him. Damn sure ain't checking for him. But yeah, he's alright.
Oh man,
He's like, he got some relevant conversations from the radio show. I remember.
DL Hughley.
You like DL Hughley?
No.
Nobody checking for him.
Like, I understand what his strength is finally after 20 fucking years, but
further
I'm still not
analysis.
checking.
Yeah.
I would argue that he is an example of why middle-aged black people who are like middle class are a problem.
Oh shit!
Because sometimes they have points, and so you kind of like you rock with them for the sometimes they have points, and then all the other half of the time they be really like toxic to the culture, and you don't even like.
I like T.I.
Yeah, like how often are people actually being like, "I'm gonna hold you to being toxic over the points that you're actually good at." Sometimes.
The good and the bad.
Yeah,
Because people are more likely to go like, "Well, I'm gonna rock with you because you made this one valid point that one time," rather than being like, "You know what?
Being consistent.
I'm not gonna
True that.
give you anything."
It's
Like,
rough
I'm gonna let
because
you be.
it's rough because you want to try to give someone credit for actually being on the correct side of the argument. But if they've been wrong a lot, it's kind of hard to do that.
Not only that, if they've been right just the one time, it's like, all right, cool, you did something, cool.
It's like you kind of do need to do a little bit more.
A little bit, some effort, right? Nah, I get you.
And it's like that saying, it's like a wrong clock is right like once a day or
Twice
twice a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, broken clock is
Nigga, I
right
got
twice a
like
day.
8 broken clocks that are right twice a day.
Right.
None of them shits work.
So they're the same people,
look good,
right?
though.
But it's the same with these people. Like I feel like DL has had one good point earlier this year and one good point at the end of this year, and that's it. Like the
Quarter
rest
for
of the time,
fair.
he's trash.
Quarter for fair.
Yeah, that's how it is. Can't nobody be complete trash. Some,
Yeah, and I
the
think,
people you hate.
Well, unless you're Velicify.
yeah, fuck that guy.
That's just a bitch. Yeah.
He's consistently trash.
He's actually just. Did he play that victim shit? Like,
He is
fuck
trash.
that. He's like a
He's
pokey tuber who Mike wants to collab with.
No, I want to. Not at all.
Nope, not at all.
He's like a pokey tuber, but he plays a victim.
Nah, he's actually someone I fear
But he
that
also kind of attacks people.
What is
Like,
he
that's the
playing
worst
victim
part.
to?
he always plays victim. It
When
doesn't
somebody
matter
talks
what
back
it
at
is.
him for him doing wrong shit, he goes, he's attacking me, and his goons are coming for me.
Remember what we were saying earlier? You fuck up, somebody checks him.
Does he have a bunch of followers?
Too many.
So
He's
they'll
like a-
go hive after whoever he
Yeah.
says to go attack.
Basically.
It's like a little kid that runs the mommy whenever someone like comes at him. Like, oh, mommy, like he said bad things on me.
Because you done fucked up.
Right,
Which
not mentioning what the fuck you was doing in the first
Yeah.
place.
Did you hear that? Did you hear about that video where they conveniently like there's this kid who was on a school bus or whatever, he was wearing a MAGA hat, and they conveniently filmed it after like he had said whatever he said, and the kids were like fighting on him or whatever. He called the kids the N-word.
Ooh, yeah, they ain't filmed that part, did they?
They didn't film that part.
course not.
What they got was the ones that what people
Because you were a MAGA
what
hat.
the conservatives ran with online was, well, this little boy was getting attacked on a bus because he was wearing a MAGA hat. And is this the world that the liberals want or whatever? And
Well,
it's like,
to be
he said the effing N-word.
Well,
Like,
to
what do
be
you
perfectly
expect?
honest, the red hat is kind of like saying the N-word.
It is.
So,
But
yeah,
also-
this
They
is
were,
kind
but
of
you know what I mean?
But
They
also,
were
I ain't
letting-
I ain't
they were
looking for
playing
you.
man's rock,
Yeah.
and he started to say the N-word.
Yeah, he got brazen.
Look,
Like that's
it's-
the main thing with white people though, who are like, oh, like, I can't. Y'all say I can't say the N-word. Say the N-word, but you gonna get clapped on.
Ain't freedom of consequences.
You
That's
can
the thing.
say
Thank you.
that's
Freedom of
it.
speech is not
Not
freedom of consequence.
Bro, why?
You can say
You
it.
thought?
It goes back to getting checked. Yo, this podcast is called Getting Checked.
Whatever the fuck you want. Say whatever the fuck you want.
like
How's your technique and your power rating? Let's see.
Like you can say whatever you want, but what's supposed to happen after you say it?
You better be ready for
You better be
this.
ready for it.
Because here's the thing, it's like you see a lot of people, they put themselves out in situations where violence can ensue, but they have no idea how to deal with violence. Like at fucking all, they've never been in a fight
they
before. Like
can't
this
deal
nigga
with violence.
wearing a MAGA hat in a situation like that, you know what's going to excite people around you. Doesn't mean that they're going to attack you. They're just at a heightened state.
But it's just gonna be alert. Like I already know that you're about some
I already know what I'm dealing
BS.
with
No,
here.
I already know you're about some BS. If anything, I'm not gonna be surprised when anything pops out of your mouth. Let me be ready for when something comes out of your mouth.
Exactly. There's no chance of like the shit pop off. Oh, did I just hear that? And then that has to happen again for.
sure,
No, it's like
yeah.
I'm already.
already-
The minute you say something, that's a fucking rap. They wait. I wish
So
that
everybody
I
was
wish
The
that
term
that's
in
what I'm.
RPGs is called pulling aggro.
That's what it is. Motherfuckers pound that. Yo, man has a pound in the hat.
It's like coming in.
Fuck it. Right. But nah,
it's like a gesture with the taunt on.
D says it's a gesture with a taunt on. He's like 50 meters from his mic.
Yeah, I'm just like, but I feel like also, like, it's just like a thing. Like, it was funny because there is this girl, a black girl on Twitter or whatever. I guess they were saying like, oh, something happened, and they're like, oh, she don't fight, and it's like she's like, I never had to fight in my whole life. I'm a cute, like a pretty girl. I wear nails or whatever. Like, I've never fought. Like, I've never claimed I could fight, and I never be picking fights because I don't fight. So for y'all to be like, oh, girl can't fight, like, okay, no, I can fight because I don't be picking fights.
She don't need to fight. She gotta get the fuck out of here.
But I'm just saying that's just like, no, that was just some other. But it's like, if you are someone who picks fights, you better be ready to be fighting. Like, yes. I don't understand. Like, if you know that you can't fight, then you don't be picking fights. That's just literally how it is.
They don't know. They gotta get the check because they think nothing's gonna happen.
No.
The MAGA hat thing, like, it's kind of some entitlement shit. Y'all think y'all can just wear that and it's cool. It's really not. That hat represents a lot of fuck shit.
I don't think they wear it because they think it's cool. I think they wear it because they know it's not cool.
Right. Exactly.
It's like you want to trigger people wearing that shit.
It is what it is.
You know that it means something to some people. It's literally that. And if you go in knowing that and purposely fucking inciting it, then that's what's gonna happen. But then like, ain't shit gonna happen to me. I'm the man.
I think they're on some I wish a nigga would shit. I think that's what they're
But they can't substantiate it, and they only do. They feel like they feel bold when they're with other maggots or whatever. And then like there's like, okay, so you're only being bold when you're with another group of people, but you by yourself.
That's bold.
Bet. Alright, so you can wear the hat, no problem. Just don't expect me to look at you the same way. Mm-hmm. Like. There was this driver that I was cool with at my job. I work for a shipping company. I'm not gonna say what it is. You might know what it is if you know me, but whatever.
FedNext.
Making a hot.
Yeah, word. FedNext. That's what I work for. Now, this driver at FedNext
should get hit next year.
I was cool with him for the longest time because he never really said no side shit to me. Then, unfortunately, all this race bullshit came up when Trump decided to run for fucking office. And it came out that he was a Trump supporter. I looked at him different from that point on because you're a cool person. I'll fuck with you, but something doesn't connect. You
ain't that cool.
Like, you're not that cool because you can't make the connection that this motherfucker, regardless if he does anything or not, just the shit that comes out of his mouth. Like,
it's association. Yeah, I felt the same way. Like, the previous job I had, my boss, she was one of the coolest people. I remember someone just trying to be some asshole racist person. I was around the other aisle, and she literally defended me. I was somewhat out of earshot. Mm-hmm. It's like, what the fuck you mean people like that? He's like, oh, because people like that. It's like, no, you get your racist ass out of my soul. Like, I'm like, oh, shit, she got offended. Cool. Right. 2 years later. That shit happens, and then the whole, voted for him. I'm like, I don't understand you.
Exactly, I don't understand you.
Like,
how can you have this line of logic but then vote for him?
Like, I don't think you understand what the connection is. Like, goddamn. Like, so, that's the problem. Like I said, like, regardless of what's happening or not, rhetoric is almost everything. Like, for me, like, when Obama won, it was just for me to see someone up there, so other people could see someone up there, and maybe they can strive for that. Yeah. We see Trump up there, they see all this shit, this shit's okay.
All you gotta do is
word. That shit emboldens people who are actually like that. And just do they fuck shit.
And this goes beyond policy. Like policy is a whole nother thing, but I think it's just the person at the head, the figurehead, does force people to act a certain way.
No, the Republicans are literally passing racist policies left and right.
Really
yes, of course. I'm not saying they aren't. I'm just saying, like, from the layman's, like,
but literally, like, they're like, my thing is they're putting this person's figurehead, and it's like they're not even trying to hide that they're doing racist crap. They're like, oh no, like, this is literally what we stand for, and we're gonna just do everything we can to make sure we F up everyone's lives who aren't us. Good day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
So that compounds it and makes it even fucking worse. Like that's a whole.
It's like that we really literally don't give a crap. Like, I don't. It's like this little. It's like the coat that Melania Trump wore. Like, I don't really care that much. Mm-hmm. Do you? Like, that's literally how they feel about anything that's happening to anybody that's not a white person in the U.S.
Yeah. And that's very unfortunate. If you're in that position of power, you got to care about everyone. It's kind of like in Naruto with a Hokage, like he refers to everyone in the village as family.
Yeah, number 3, right?
Yeah, number 3 is a good dude.
Yeah, it's like no, you can't just like Like I'm everyone's father. I'm not just your father. Like I gotta take care of everyone. That's what the president is. The president is the Hokage. He has to take care of everyone.
Listen, all we gotta do is like think about the War of the Roses, aka Game of Thrones, is basically the same shit, and understand where all this power, all this, where it's gonna go, especially these fucking policies. It's gonna be fun. It's all good because I'm checking everybody.
Everybody playing now.
We need more Nazi punches, honestly. Like, I feel like that video of Richard Spencer getting punched, like, it's just like, it's so violent.
I haven't seen one person with any Nazi thing anywhere. Like, I'm waiting for the first one.
Every time I go to DC, it's a gut punch. Like, I used to love DC, and I still kind of like. I like DC, how it's like laid out and stuff, but like every time I go, it means that either I'm in the airport or it's at the train station, and they always have a kiosk that's like selling Trump stuff, and I'm like, I can't. So like the just entering DC is a completely different experience for me now. Like it used to be like I used to love it, and now I'm just like, I can't. Like this is ridiculous. And I remember when like earlier this summer I went, and there was like a teenager in the like National Gallery or whatever, where all the portraits and stuff are, and where like the portraits of like Michelle Obama and Barack Obama are. And there was a teenage white boy just walking around with the hat, the MAGA hat, and I was just like, I can't. This is real good. I'm great. This is not it.
Yeah.
Well, politics in itself is kind of a kayfabe type of thing, like from wrestling, because
It is.
like
That shit don't fucking
with the minute that Trump gets out of office and someone else comes in, there's going to be another wave of whatever. Like
If Trump actually leaves office, because
Trump is not leaving. As much as I would love for him to be gone right this second,
but not even in like
I just don't see it.
2024. Like even in whenever, you know what I mean? Like even
He's
whenever
gonna get his full 8.
No, not even the full 8. Like literally, like any reason for him to be like, I'm gonna stay another term. Like even though it's illegal, I feel like he will not go out of the office willingly.
Are you serious?
Who's gonna stop him?
Who's gonna pull him out? The Republicans are not letting. They don't care. They're not. They're even arguing in his favor. Like they're
He's gonna run it. Yo, 20 years. 99 years. 99 episodes. Seasons.
Yo.
They're literally going on TV
if you didn't
right
do that
now.
Rick and Morty shit just now, I was about to fucking scream into the microphone. Get the fuck out of here. Are you fucking serious?
They're literally going on TV right now saying they know that the impeachment process is right. They know that he's a criminal, that they know that he did wrong, but they're still not going to take him out of office.
Look, impeachment doesn't mean you get out. Fucking Andrew Jackson and Bill Clinton both got impeached.
Right, but I'm saying even just the basic, like even the basic check, they're not gonna do it because they don't. It's in their favor for him to be in office.
Right. So you gotta learn to one shot motherfuckers, because there's gonna be crowds of people coming after us. This guy with one. 5 piece of 5 people. Like
that's crazy.
5-on-1 should be a fair
That's
fight.
fucking crazy.
That's what the fuck is gonna happen.
I feel like what needs to happen is that we get those, like we have to get Mitch McConnell needs to go.
Yeah, it's a
he's freaking
Boomer. Okay, boomers. Boomers been
Boomer. Like they all need to go.
All of them.
They all need to
Every
go.
last one of
But
them.
it's not that's
Straight
not the
cobwebs.
millennials are okay, because there's a lot, like Stephen Miller, the one who has all the like Nazi like policies that are going through the White House or whatever. He's our age. He looks like he's 50, but he's our age. And
You look like that.
It's a fucking set. They're all sick.
yeah, they are. But I'm like, it's not like the millennials are the answer either. It's like we got to get these like racists out of here.
Yeah.
Yo,
They need to get punched.
This is some conspiracy bird type shit.
Please.
But it's pretty much known like as a conspiracy that Hitler didn't really die. They just got his ass out of there, and he's in South America. And that the Nazis didn't really disband; they just pulled like a Team Rocket and went into hiding,
It don't even have to be
waiting
that
for a
deep.
This is
plane.
definitely conspiracy. Bro.
I don't think he's still alive,
It
bro.
doesn't even have to be that deep, honestly. It doesn't take like racism and white supremacy.
No.
To your point, there is some weird shit going on in South America, but I don't think this is still alive.
I think that comes from the fact that a lot of Nazis did go hide in South America.
That's what I mean.
That actually did happen.
Hitler's probably dead if he didn't die in fucking Germany. But what I'm trying to get at is that the Nazis themselves, they went into hiding and they executed like a 20-year plan type shit. Where it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna let all of this shit happen and then when they least suspect it,
Surprise!
Shout out, no, Zoinks, I love you. It's not you.
Goddamn.
But goddamn.
Have y'all been watching Watchmen?
Hell yeah.
I haven't, unfortunately.
That's just great.
oh okay.
So in
I hear
Watchmen,
you.
there's a white supremacist order that we see.
I heard of them.
Oh
that
no.
we see that is very similar to. It's like it's been here the whole
it's
time.
real
They never left. They've always been here, and it's like the worst and most like graphic thing to me that it illustrates is like the people talk a lot about how Nazis, they weren't like Hitler and the Nazis that came out in Germany or whatever. They took their inspiration from the KKK in the U.S. So it's not even like
They're still here. So
and the KKK predates the Nazis, and the Nazis were inspired by what the KKK and what the U.S. Jim Crow laws did.
Well,
so
the
that's
US
the reason
did
they were able
fund
to come through.
Hitler. Like I know.
A lot of people. What was
Like-
that pilot's name that everyone loved back in the 1930s or whatever? Crap it. Like
I know what you're talking about.
that his baby got kidnapped.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Bloomberg, baby.
I wasn't even
No.
terrible with names, so.
It's
Okay, Bloomberg.
El Gordito. No, crap. He was like a really famous effing pilot, and he was like pro-Nazis. A lot of people were. That's something that people don't talk about a lot. There are a lot of pro-Nazi people in the U.S. And that's why
Henry Ford.
No, that's the car maker.
Well, Ford just sold to both. Yeah.
He sold them some
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Ford sold to both, GM sold
Yeah.
to both. Hey,
I know.
none of them give a fuck.
Yeah, but it's like there were a lot of, and that's why it took the U.S. so long to enter into the World War II because
I don't care.
there are so many people who just like did not give two craps
That's
about
literally
what
took
happened.
Pearl Harbor. That was the
It took, and
It was.
and then there was
They really didn't give a fuck.
and that was also
I'm
because they
not
could be racist against the Asian people instead of, and you know what I mean? So they could be racist against the
Oh,
other.
Lindenberg.
Lindenberg, yeah. So they could be racist against other people instead of if it were white people who bombed them. Who knows what their like propaganda would have been? But they were able to be racist about it. So then they were like, oh, now we gotta jump in there.
Japan was wild.
Yeah.
Japan, holy fuck. Japan was wilding
For it was
for
a tiny
hundreds of
island.
years.
I'm
It
not-
was
Yes,
a
actually,
island
this
in
is
the
true.
I'm not gonna
Japan
lie.
was wild.
Hundreds of fucking years.
not-
They were out of pocket.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw Pearl Harbor. I was mad at Japan for a good 2 hours.
Yeah, you don't do that. Like I did.
But just
Then again, they were wild.
I was mad at Japan.
Because Japan was murking mad people in China. They were murking Korea.
Yeah.
They were murking China. They were wilding.
Empire of Japan.
They were wilding.
They were going.
They needed the check. Like, they don't need with the check, but they needed the check.
Actually, they got checked by Korea and a hurricane.
And,
The whole kamikaze,
That's
the
true.
divine
and
way.
a couple
They was
of
literally-
atoms, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, actually, that's from World War II. I'm talking even back in the day.
Oh,
the
yeah.
original Wilding Out, back in like the 1400s or whatever,
Yeah.
they were fighting Korean Navy.
Yeah.
And then fucking hurricane. Oh,
Right?
Damn.
it was like
Divine
it was
way.
like a 300 situation. They had like 10,000 shit. Now you thought?
Right, sure,
Get the
right.
fuck out of
Yeah.
here. We could. We just sit right here.
Some of the jutsu.
yo, imperialism is some BS, bruh.
Oh,
Yeah, that would have been some shit.
some jutsus.
Take on the wings for you.
Wind release.
Take on mad shit.
You need to parody like someone start doing some shit, someone just shoots them in the face. What the fuck you doing? Like, wow! Like, that's my jutsu shit. Oh, man.
Oh shit.
That felt great. That's cathartic as fuck.
Yeah, that's
cool. What the fuck is that? Yes!
Only hop you.
They hopped into, look at this
You
bullshit.
need to make it
What? 500,
Anybody
600,
know
7, 8, 9. That's $1,000 of fines.
It's just a fucking.
But the freaking if those are a bunch of black people, but it turns
I
out
got a ticket for hopping. The fuck?
Yep.
I got a ticket for hopping.
I'm showing a video of SantaCon people jumping to turnstiles in the New York subway.
You heard of
It's at
Elf
a
on
minimum
the
of
Shelf.
12, but it's on a loop, so there's guaranteed to be more.
And they're not even it's not for protest, they're just doing it.
They're just doing
They're
shit.
just doing it.
If any of us at this table would have hopped that turnstile, we would have been ticketed.
Yeah,
and a fucking a cowboy would be tackling us to the floor.
I never got tackled for hopping no turnstile. In fact, I talked someone out of one, and then the other one they just gave me a ticket because they were being assholes to hit right behind the pillar. I'm like, are you dick? You just waiting for me to fly? Gotcha. Fuck.
watch this.
Get that son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Santa Claus. I'm in.
I'm out.
Shit.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
That sounds horrible. I hope I don't encounter that when I go home.
Yeah, maybe. It's the subway, right? Yeah,
I'm about to take that bus.
Yeah, just take the bus. Take the bus. It's all the fucking day.
That's G-Wave.
Yeah, Jay's horrible. They were downtown too.
Yeah, it was down there.
It was like once you saw them, you just couldn't escape them at all.
From Broadway Junction on to Jay's.
Because we got off the Jay's, we saw those 5 guys. I'm like, why is these niggas wearing stupid ass getups?
Yeah, we only saw like 3 or 4, and then it's just like we turned that corner.
We went upstairs. I'm like, what the
Yep.
Yes.
These motherfuckers out here. Like imagine they may as well all have been wearing MAGA hats. That's how they just feel not seeing them.
Yes, it was pretty horrible.
And again, the 7 black folks, the same shit. Just a few wearing fucking MAGA hats.
To their honor, they were like someone was wearing Grinch shit. They weren't wearing the Santa shit, but like, it doesn't really help because they were still.
It's all Christmas shit.
It was all part of it.
90%
You're mean
Grinch
one,
balls.
Mr. Grinch. You really
Yo, that new CG movie is fucking sick though. I'm not gonna lie. It's bright though.
Which one?
The new CG movie for Grinch.
Oh, the Grinch?
Yeah, it's bright. It's actually really good though. Like really, really, really good. Cindy Lou's no longer a useless character.
Nice.
Thank God. She really they didn't do anything with sub characters back in the day, especially female sub characters. They did nothing. I'm like, the fuck are y'all doing?
Yo, man, I don't understand why writers can't make good female characters. They can do it now, but it seemed like before it is just not with it.
What are you talking about? You talking about books? You talking about what are you
I'm
talking
talking about in
games?
general.
I'm talking about both in certain cases. Now they're getting better, but the
They're
thing
getting
is
better now, but it felt like back in the day there was a very small amount of
Dan
like,
Brown fucked up on one of his books too, actually.
Dan Brown.
Dan Brown, I read all of his shit.
He's good.
He's good, and that's my problem. Like, he's writing this one character. It's like, okay, everything that you're throwing to say this person's female is like, you just keep adding just standard female traits that he assumes is standard female traits.
I'll take a dump on One Piece right now because he's weak on making good female characters. The ones that are in there, like, they're cool, but it's kind of stereotypical. Like, before the time skip, Nami was actually kind of like regular looking. After the time skip, everyone just got big ass boobs, fucking hourglass fucking figures. I'm like,
here's the thing about the figures of One Piece.
Yeah.
Their anatomy is trash.
Yeah.
So I don't think that almost matters as much.
Especially you got a shark man and shit.
They got a person whose little shape is a triangle.
Yeah,
but anatomy is
But at the same time, it still perpetuates this like the awfulness of like anime, like and like all the other like media that paints the picture of like what women's bodies should look like. Like instead of like being different and like breaking the mold of like, oh, what could a woman's body like women should be like, let's not make a joke out of a woman being fat or having like a little bit more to her or whatever. Like that's rare. And it's like you could have played it, you actually could have broken that mold. You could have not done such like big boobs and like hourglass shape or whatever, but you did it anyway because you just felt like perpetuating something that's already been out there. Like,
which actually kind of
how are you even breaking the mold? Like,
which actually kind of like it adds a point to what I was saying earlier. Sorry for cutting you off. It was because I was saying with the hourglass thing because their anatomies or whatever. Yeah. But again, their anatomies or whatever, right? So because of that, they could just as well, like you said, they could just as well fix that too. So I mean,
there's some characters. There's a mermaid that doesn't have like the stereotypical like sexy mermaid look, but it's like you could have did more. Because your world is so diverse that it's like, why didn't you?
It's like character models, like Zersu Samus from Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
Like, keep in mind, you're in a 700-pound fucking suit, bounty hunter, galactic bounty hunter. In Smash Ultimate, she's brolic. She's fit, but she's strong.
She toned.
It's like the strength makes sense for what she does.
Exactly.
Versus the other one is just a swimsuit model. I'm like, but how you don't have the quads for this fucking suit.
Yes.
Right? So it's like I don't like. It's weird how you do it. And the writing characters, I heard some crazy shit. How some people, like, for some people to write a good female character back in the day because they didn't know how to fucking do it, they just wrote a generic character and then change the pronouns to female pronouns after the fact.
Oh, wow.
Because if they try to write the person as a female prior, they will subconsciously add all that bullshit. Right?
That's kind of cool in a way.
I mean, that's one way, but the fact is you shouldn't have to do that.
You shouldn't have to. Yeah.
Right. Like SNK had like that's why I like SNK so much. It's like both sides have mad cool characters. They have mad trash characters. They got a lot of trash characters. Don't get it wrong. They got like 80% trash characters, but the 20% cool ones on both sides.
Yeah.
Like both sides are cool as fuck. Like, and they do the male and female characters very well. Like the males have depth, the female have depth. It's just they're a fucking fighter.
Yeah.
You know, they are what they are. Call the fucking day.
The writer for Full Metal Alchemist was a woman.
I was literally about to fucking say that.
She killed it.
She fucking killed it. Like the characters in there, I love all the characters in that show.
There is not one bad character in that show.
You thought Zumi husband was some bullshit? I'm like, nah, that motherfucker was a problem. He was like, oh, I'm showing with a belly. That's all it was. Like, I'm okay with getting that size. I'm okay with that. If I have that, then everything else, like, but every character in that show served their fucking purpose.
Exactly.
Right? So everyone in there was badass in their own right.
That's why I love that show to this day. Like, it's in my top 5. In my top 5 to this day.
And there was like no pandering either. Like even Hawkeye, she has no alchemic powers, but she lights motherfuckers up. She has like 18 guns at all times. All fucking time. It's a superpowered person. I'm gonna shoot you in the eye. It's a leg. It's whatever. She's doing her job.
She's literally Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like whenever the show has a good woman character, then they actually are usually like a predictor if the show has good writing. Sometimes it's like it falls off and you're like, crap, like this show was good and now it's trash.
You know what's funny? I thought that was going to happen with the Hawkeye scene with the Envy thing.
Yeah.
Because technically, Hawkeye had no business fighting Envy. Most of them people had no business fighting Envy.
Yeah.
Right? I thought the whole walk away thing, like it looked like she was hurt, and then Envy trying to go after the bum to an eye, one to the leg. I'm like, nah, I'm still fighting. What up? Like she was just waiting for Mustang to save her. She's like, I'm going to fight this until the fucking end. And I'm like, that scene was great. And then when Mustang came, and I'm like, oh.
That was great.
And it was fine when Mustang finished the off. Is because the whole Hughes thing.
Yeah, no, it all made sense.
All of it was great, man. And again,
and there was like no damsel shit.
Oh, the Azumi thing. When Sloth come in the flames, he came in with the fucking door, knocked his ass over. He came in, instant reversal, too easy. This 800-pound nigga to the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, I love Howard.
Like that. Oh, man,
yeah, I'm tired of the damsel shit.
Yeah, let's not do that. Like, yo,
I had
boring.
enough. I had enough.
Like, yo,
or flip it. Make the chicks rescue the guy.
Like West City.
Oh no, Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon. The whole show is based off of that premise. Revi's a beast. Revi from Black Lagoon. She's actually. This is crazy ass anime. Basically, she's a not a bounty hunter. She's a bodyguard for this one kid who's some heir, some shit or whatever. And yeah, she's the muscle of the show.
Yeah.
While the kid is technically the male kid, he's technically a damsel, whatever.
Like the East River City girls.
Save our boyfriend.
We never finished that game.
Played the game.
Wait a minute. Is the woman character saving like the damsel is a kid?
Guy.
But is it a kid?
She saves other full-grown males too. So.
Okay, because I feel like there's a lot of like we see strong women saving other people, but a lot of time it's people who are weaker than them in quotes, right? Like it's not like it's like them like a strong man.
Kind of did that.
The thing is, it's like she's the only female of that crew, and there's like 2 other male muscles, but she's like the beast. Like she's just a fucking monster.
Big Barda.
She's cool as fuck too. Like Scott Free had. I don't get it, but if it works, it works. Right?
Scott Free is fucking dude. It just works. I don't know how he escapes shit. It just happens.
Right.
His superpower is to escape.
It's Houdini.
I don't get it.
It's like Karnak finding weaknesses. Like wait a minute.
Karnak is up. Yes.
I mean, yeah.
It ain't Scott Free.
It's no Scott Free.
I don't fucking think in the DC universe.
Scott Free should have a certain show called. He just have his own Prison Break. Just his own prison break.
This doesn't work.
You
gotta lock this. That's all he does. Your locks don't work.
I'll eat out before lunch. The fuck out.
We got ice. He's like, oh yeah. That's all he does.
You son of a bitch. Speaking of shows,
What's up?
Your boy Nick Cannon is wilding out.
Yeah, he is.
I get it. That was kind of right, but you know.
Why is Nick Cannon rapping?
I mean, he used to rap. He still does it a while.
Why you doing this track?
Why is he trying to attack Eminem?
Because talking about Mariah. I'm talking about baby mom.
Doesn't he know who he's fucking with right now?
Clearly.
My thing is, I'm waiting for that boxing match though. Because he challenged Eminem to a boxing match.
He challenged Eminem to a boxing match.
Here's the problem. I think Nick would just get him.
Probably,
Yeah. Because people who talk about violence ain't really all that crazy, like as far as fist to fist. Like Sticky Fingers had a boxing match with some other celebrities. Sticky Fingers got boxed.
That's also true.
It wasn't a loss. He got fucking washed. Like, he had no business in that fight. I don't even fucking know. I don't even know. All that shit you talk and get washed all around. It's like, get the fuck out.
Eminem has a lot of graphic fucking songs where he's doing some violent shit.
So does Sticky Fingers.
So, that's what I'm saying. That might hurt M's chances here.
Word, I'm like, yo, you might be good with a weapon, but you know, you got these two mitts, and that's about it.
He's kind of tall.
I think Nick would be like, I
He probably would beat his ass.
He probably would beat his ass. I think he'll beat M's ass.
Nah, I don't see it. I don't really see it.
The rap battle though, that's rap battle's not gonna happen.
Like I said, you don't want to be attacking him on that angle. Don't be rap battling Eminem.
That's why I thought the boxing thing was kind of smart, but then I see all these diss tracks come out, I'm like...
Even though at the end of that one diss track, he just activated Eminem flow.
Yes.
I take Zans and Grands.
If the Eminem flow is essentially a middle syllable that he adds in between multiple words, if you're freestyling, you don't know what to fucking say, just activate in Eminem mode and you'll just get something like...
They call him out.
Take Zans and Grands.
Take Xanax stands with the multiple stands and the grands, and I got the Grand Slam.
I think
niggas
it's
dance and you just go on forever. It's fucking
He
stupid.
definitely wants him on Wildin' Out.
It's fucking
He
stupid.
probably wants to end this shit.
Like before, because I thought that Mariah and him were still together. I learned today that they're not together.
Today,
So today I learned.
That was like years ago.
So I'm talking about it. I don't know shit about this. So I learned this today. So I'm like, this whole beef makes zero sense to me now.
Nah, it still makes sense. She's still his baby mom.
Baby mom.
She's still the mother of his kids. Sorry, like even if they ain't together, because you pick up my son.
M has been dissing Mariah Carey for years.
Yeah.
Why now?
My thing is like, why is he still dissing her? Like, what the fuck happened?
I'm not sure.
Like, he's just being.
I think
But
niggas
that
just.
shows his own insecurity. Like, it honestly just shows that, like, if you're that freaking, like, insecure and vulnerable about your feelings, like, what, did Mariah, like, say I don't know her when she saw you in a crowd recently? Like, what's the effing problem?
I think
if your feelings are
that-
that so easily hurt,
I think
then
the
why
problem-
the F are you even here? Like,
I think the problem that M had was that she wasn't like acknowledging that they were a couple at one point.
but if she don't think you were a couple, then what's the effing? Okay, then we're not a couple.
It's like flying
it's
a
not
cockroach all
that
over
big
again.
a effing deal. Like,
I'm just saying.
That dude, Jermaine never was
hard on
He
you.
wasn't dating any one of them.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, we just broke up. It wasn't working. I'm like,
What
the fuck you talking about?
It's still hard on you. He was walking away. She's just like,
He went to go see her, and she's like, yo, I said, announcement, she's getting married. It's like, but you thought you were dating, nigga?
I was just hanging out with you one night. I don't understand why you thought we were dating. Like, if I was dating every dude I hung out with that one time, like, for real?
I have little experience in dating, so I'll refer to y'all on that. I'm just saying that's how Eminem took it.
But okay, but again, his ego is that fragile that them not
probably is.
dating,
And Mike, don't cut
not
yourself
dating like
you got some-
in the early
stuff on
thousands.
your belt.
But in the early effing thousands, you still holding something from the early effing thousands.
And what if it
And
was
she wrote a
terrible?
song that said, "Why you so obsessed with me?" And she ain't never talks about you since. So what are you doing? What are you effing doing?
And I don't think she shot the clap back at all. She was
She's
like,
like,
my problem.
I'm a wealthy woman. You're just trying to
think-
get some money right now, probably starting something up, and I don't need it. Like
I think that was
anything
done
going
though.
on.
I think the M and Mariah thing was done. And I thought. And Nick was just like,
No, he brought it up recently.
Don't talk about it.
M brought it up recently. That's why Nick. That's you have to just go look it up. M brought it up
Yeah,
recently.
Nick wasn't the one that started this new shit.
No, M brought it up recently.
M said something, Nick retaliated, M retaliated, and Nick retaliated again.
And it's like, but I'm like, M has been irrelevant. I mean, yeah, whatever. People have him on the best of list. Sure.
Why? Nah, we went through this. We had a best of list. He's not even on my top
5. No.
He's not on my top 5.
Well, I didn't say that.
Well, he's number 1 with me, but
Wow.
Yeah, we had. I think this was episode 13 or 14. We had this whole list. I'm not doing that again.
Top 3.
Nah, I'm not doing that again.
I want to see what's different.
Y'all listeners need to refer back to our episode 13 so we can make more non-times money.
My top 3 is
So we
different.
can do that. You changed your top 3?
Hell yeah.
Shit. Who the
Let's
fuck?
keep moving.
Alright, who is it?
Hold on, let's finish this Eminem shit first, and then
What's the mic? How are you so far?
yeah, you
Top 3.
like you didn't scream, but you like mad far from
Top 3.
bleeding to everybody else's mic with mine. Yeah,
No,
let's
this is top 3.
Who's my top 3?
Yeah.
Eminem, DMX,
Oh shit. Damn, that's good.
Busta Rhymes.
Alright. That's top 3.
You say you changed it.
I did. Now it's hard. Alright. Top 3, go. Let's do this number 1. Number 2. Shit. This is where it gets hard. I might need to say DMX because he's kind of brilliant. Yeah, 3? Yeah, that's why I was fucking up. Okay, 3 is harder. 5 is easier, but 3 is harder.
Yeah, 3 is way fucking hard.
Just say who you're gonna say before you hear DMX.
What?
Just say who you're gonna say before you hear DMX.
3,000.
Would you say you changed it?
Why isn't Andre like number
He was
1?
always on your list.
Who's was number 1? That's what I do,
Oh,
bro.
Doom is
Fuck outta
okay.
here.
So it's
doing
Doom,
shit.
3 Stacks, and who else?
Doom, 3 stacks. Let's go with Tyler. Boom, I said it. Let's go. Fucking changed my whole fucking this whole month. And I've been fucking listening.
Expound.
Why do I need to? Okay, first of all, because you know how certain people rap or you're technically good
Yeah.
or like you're a storyteller or other shit. He be talking about shit how he's like an empath with the shit. 'Cause like when he's rapping, you feel what he's talking about. Plus he's talking about other shit that most people aren't talking about in lieu of the fact that his rhyme scheme, like he does the shit effortlessly. I'm like, that shit is crazy. Like if you hear it, he'll go on and on and on. So I'm like, yo.
Actually, I remember an interview that he had with Letterman, and he was referring to rap. It's like, so you like rap? It's like, no, I don't fucking like rap. It's just easy.
Yeah.
It's way too fucking easy. And I kind of hear it when he says it. Like, it's kind of like effortless.
He's not even working on shit. He's just doing it. And it's good. I'm like, okay. Like, yo. Don't be sleeping on Tyler. Like, he's out here. Especially as an up and comer. Like, our generation, like, you don't want to talk about Tupac. You don't talk about Biggie and shit. Like, that shit's. That's like talking about. That's like myths. Like, I can't really relate. Like, okay, Jay-Z. Like, the fuck is rap? What the fuck you rapping
I don't
about?
fuck about Jay-Z's
I don't
raps.
have his problems. But I do have fucking problems with fucking knowing what the fuck I'm gonna do with the rest of my life and existence and all this other bullshit.
So the sense is a sense of relatability.
Yeah. Relatable is fine.
I think it's more of skill set, not necessarily.
Yo, what's up, unexistent?
How's it
Inkling. What's up? Skill set for
Like,
M?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm talking about in general, because
Oh, yeah, like the reasons for
because the
top
reasons
three.
why
Yeah.
Biggie and Pac are up there is
Yeah.
because of skill set,
Also longevity. There's just
and Jay has a good skill set as well.
Right. Very true. How far? Yeah. But yeah, relevance. True.
But
A lot of time. talking
I'm
shit.
prepared to put Kendrick above these people.
Okay.
Like Kendrick, like if I'm going to 5, I'm probably putting Kendrick as 5. 4 will probably be Doom or Aesop. Because I like technical skill and bars.
Yeah.
So mumble rap usually pisses me the fuck off because I don't hear any of that.
Mumble rap is not meant for rap. It's meant for being lifted and loaded and super
Yeah,
high
so-
and having a great fucking time, which
So-
I need to do shortly.
So I guess I'm doing mumble rap wrong.
Yes,
but-
yes, you are. Let me listen
I
to that
just-
shit. Background noise.
I just can't.
It's trash.
Every time it comes on, I want to shoot something. Like I don't even own a gun. I just want to fucking go to Walmart, get a gun.
You sound like a boomer. Okay, boomer.
Damn,
Gotta go to Walmart
boomers.
and get a gun.
Walmart, you know Walmart.
The Walmart niggas ain't got one, but the big sporting goods though. Big sporting goods got fucking shotties and like right back.
I'm gonna go to Dexter and get a gun.
Damn,
fucking
shit.
Look at the skateboard.
I can't mumble rap. What is that crap? Let me get my gun.
That's a whole fact.
That's a whole boomer.
Yo, that's a song. It's a rap song. You gotta do it to a country beat.
Now there are some mumble rappers that I can give a little bit of respect to.
Like who?
21 Savage.
Okay.
Even though you can't really consider him a mumble rapper per se,
He's not.
but they do.
He's a
lump
trap
him in.
rapper. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Out. So mumble rappers is derogatory.
So
mumble rappers are trap rappers that don't make sense.
If they're incoherent, then yes, it's mumble rap.
I feel like mumble rappers are rappers who are just like extra high when they get behind the studio.
Yeah.
But that genre that they do is trap. Is that what that is?
I mean,
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Like,
So even the beat and stuff is not even.
so if you get a trap beat, that's different. But not everyone who does mumble rap is a trap person.
Oh, okay.
Like if you, and honestly, if you ain't, it's like Tupac and them or whatever. Like if you wasn't in the streets and you trying to say like you was in the streets, then you ain't. But you weren't in the streets, then you can't say that you. It's like Ice-T and them or whatever. Like you can't say that you were like a gangster if you was never banging, right? You can't say you were a trap rapper if you never were in the trap. So you can't. So you can't do that. You know what I mean? So like being a mumble rapper, you can be a mumble rapper who just mumble, but you're not necessarily trap.
So mumble rap is rap, but it's its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Yeah, it's a subgenre.
It's not even a subgenre. It's like its own stylation of rap.
It's kind of like a mix and match thing because you could be a mumble rapper on a trap beat, or vice versa. You could be a trap dude on a mumble beat.
I'll admit some of these trap beats are hard as fuck. Right. I'm not.
And it shouldn't, but it's not a problem. I feel like the main thing that I take umbrage with is the fact that like a lot of the like a lot of this mumble rap or whatever.
Look up the definition for umbrage.
This is a lot of people from freaking
I'm joking.
who are from the South, and people are like, oh, I can't stand it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, y'all are just making another case for y'all to say crap about Southern rappers because it's always this beef. On regions, and people will talk crap about Southern rappers and use different language to talk of crap about Southern rappers, and I'm like, y'all need to chill.
I'm not gonna hold you. I was against Southern rap for a long time.
I believe it.
But
and your mama from Alabama.
Ooh,
that's probably half of it.
You know what? You might correct the case.
You got personal problems with the South, and you're taking it out with your musical preference.
Not necessarily, but there might be some truth to that. Underlying truth, but there's like some dissonance, like because like people like freaking like Silk the Shocker, Master PM is like.
But
you would not understand. Y'all got some freaking New York rappers.
Well, I been with you this whole time, but no. So you're not about to tell me something's good.
Anybody for anything, but I am gonna say y'all don't have the cultural aspects to like get what the F is going on with some of these people. Like I wouldn't get some of the whenever y'all say brick and stuff, and I had to like learn that crap, right? Like some of those cultural references that you just don't get because you're not from there.
No. Here's the thing: cultural references, slang, or certain words that are used.
That's not slang. Like the whole vibe of it, like the whole vibe of like how he speaks, how he raps, or whatever.
Right.
There's certain New York rappers that y'all talk about, and I'd be like, okay, sure, fine, or whatever. Like, what is some like? Dang it, it'll come back.
About New York rappers.
But some like obscure like underground ones or whatever, the ones that are like obscure to me, but y'all be knowing about them. There are plenty of Southern rappers that are like that. Like people have like up north got no idea about who the F these people are, and as soon as y'all hear them, y'all be like, oh no, F that. But then they do one song that everybody gets with. And then they start making more songs Southern people get with, and then people try to understand them.
But here's my thing. I'm not going to straight up say I don't like Southern rap, because in my top 5, DaPillaManz is on there, right? I can have a Southern rapper next to a Southern rapper,
That's
and one would be better than another one.
Exactly.
Like it's subjective.
That was my point, which is
Trash.
It's fucking
Those songs are trash.
What the fuck?
Trash.
to my
College
point.
schools way better. Him in the same
Mr.
fucking
Blue just annihilates the squad.
But you're still not getting my point,
What's
which
your
is the
point?
fact that people like to talk crap about rappers from regions that they don't really F with like that and use different language to talk crap about them. Where's the New York rappers right now? Who's
sucks.
playing it in the New York scene? Tell me.
Almost every one of them is trash.
I listened to
A boogie with a hoodie? You don't get the fuck out of here. I realized he was a motherfucker that fucking did the Michael Jackson bullshit. Oh my god, I want to strangle him.
That's why he's angry. Who the fuck is a boogie with a hoodie?
No, I'm saying
Look, y'all see
What is
Mike's
that rapper's name?
Mike's face turned red.
Oh, boogie with a hoodie?
I hate him.
his name.
A boogie with a hoodie. They're called A Boogie.
No, it's not. No.
That's
Oh,
him.
yeah. Get the fuck
Look
out.
back at it as the name of the fucking song. Like, fuck.
They're gonna mess up Trina's title for her song, and they're gonna use it for trash.
Son, I can't. This
A lot
motherfucker
of
took
people,
this
I
nigga's
get
whole
what you're saying
cadence.
with the regional shit. I get it. A lot of people do that.
And I'm not even. But my point is. This is my point though. My point
I
is.
wish I was joking.
My point is, these Southern rappers are taking over the airwaves right now. They're the ones that are hot, and people are saying mad crap about them. Oh, they're mumble rappers, blah blah blah. But y'all ain't doing hot right now, so y'all want to talk crap about the people who are doing hot and who are not your
I
people.
understand your argument 1,000%. That's not where I'm at. I just don't like trash ass fucking music.
I get what you're
Because
saying.
I love Ludacris. I love Outkast.
That's what, like that.
I even like Chingy a little bit. Not even gonna hold you.
But he's Midwest. What I'm saying is that y'all, but that's the thing though, that can also be tokenism of like, well, I like one or two Southern rappers, just not the whole. And I mean, I for myself, I don't bang with all of the
I like
Southern
Killer
rappers.
Mike.
I don't bang with all the Southern rappers. What I'm saying is the general discussion about where rap music is and how people are talking about, oh, it's not rap anymore, oh, the genre, whatever. You know what I mean?
And you
That
can't do
stuff, I feel
that.
like
Eminem's
comes
from the
a-
Midwest, and he's my favorite rapper.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like a lot of the conversation about where rap is currently is coming from a spot of like, well, I don't get it, therefore I'm gonna say how I effing don't s with it or whatever. And it's like, maybe it's not for you to get right now. Like,
And
rap is not like
always-
a old head game.
that is
or
a
whatever.
weak argument because people say, "Oh, I can't relate to it." I can't relate to a goddamn thing Kendrick Lamar
I can't relate
saying.
to a lot of things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So maybe
That's a
it's
weak
just not.
argument.
Yeah,
But that's not.
relatability isn't that, but it's like some people just have their own technical, like musical taste. If they just basing it off of musical taste, that's one thing. If they're basing it off a region, that's a whole fucking other. Because most people don't even know where people come from. Right? You said Chiggy South, but Midwest.
Exactly.
I know Eminem's Midwest. There you go. But I was basing everything based off of who the person is and how, like, are they good or are they not?
Yeah.
Like I said, I used to listen to Designer like a motherfucker. I
But
used to
think
listen to a
about what
couple
your
of
reference
people.
for good or not comes from.
That's that's a more personal thing.
But it also comes from a like cultural aspect of like, well, I grew up with this person being the good person, so therefore my barometer is if you're not as
but
good
good
or
according
whatever.
to who though? That's the thing. It's like
That's what
I
I'm
like
saying.
mystical shit better than DMX's,
What
even though
is
he's
your
held in higher
bar?
regard.
What is your bar? Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
your
all right. Let me
where-
explain my bar there because I have a very specific bar. This is where my list tends to come in. My top person is ASAP Rock, not ASAP Rocky.
Oh,
People
shit.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
It's a big fucking difference.
I'm sure he took the name just to try to emulate it, but that's kind of weird.
Yeah, but the reason for that, my thing is
ASAP
the
Rock.
beats, the cadence of the voice, as well as the bars. Relatability is the last thing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Aesop speaks entirely in fucking symbolism.
Yes.
So getting his shit, I like listening to songs that I have to listen to like 6 or 7 times to get it.
Yeah.
His cadence in his voice, his voice sounds decent.
Yeah.
The cadence in his voice, he actually has a flow, but it actually has a bit of a rhythm. And the beats are sick as fuck. There's a certain like classification of things that have to happen for me to like a song. So that's why that person is in my top. Like Go for Guts, if you actually listen to the song, it's about this guy who's just at the end of his luck, got through a fucking divorce. But you wouldn't hear it with the fucking Reese Grabber Go for Guts, poolside, something. I forgot exactly the fucking words if I had it in front of me. But I'm like, listening to it the first time, the second time, like, what the fuck is he talking about? But there's a whole story there.
You gotta listen, yeah.
Right? So that's my criterion. So when I hear some people like the fucking shock, like next to other people of his crew who was actually for me better, then I'm like, okay, I can't fuck with this guy. That's my personal criteria. I don't know about everyone else and the shit. I like Lil Jon. I like
Lil Jon.
I like a good number of Southern rappers.
Lil Jon's not really a rapper, though.
Yeah, he's not. That's the thing. You gotta use him to certain things. I love reggae out of nowhere. Like people, like most people, don't, either they know or they don't know. I like reggae a lot.
Yeah,
but it's not something I'm gonna jam into headphones just for the hell of it. No. There's a certain way to do it.
Yeah.
Same thing like with, quote unquote mumble rap. There's a certain thing that it's like it's not like
it's a vibe.
Yeah.
All of music is a vibe.
Exactly.
Just like there's music that your mom turns on when she's about to clean the house or whatever. It's a vibe. You know that vibe. You know what that vibe is? Like she turns it on like, oh crap, it's about to be cleaning day. It's a vibe. There's a vibe of whenever you're going to the club or whatever. That's a vibe. There's a vibe when you're just trying to like walk down the street in New York or whatever and have a chill day. That's a vibe. Like you, just whatever you're in a mood for at that time. That's what music effing is.
Nowadays the vibe is
it's a soundtrack to your effing life because it's just like when you're vibing with whatever vibe you're in.
I'm hearing songs on the radio now that are like Japanese and Korean.
Yeah.
Airwave radio. People don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Clearly. But there's a certain vibe. We used to listen to I don't really listen to it like that anymore, but it's like I used to listen to a lot of Japanese music.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But if anyone listens to Sheena Ringo, she has like a billion fucking vibes of her song.
Yes.
A whole bunch of different shit. It's a fusion jazz, but it's not really, but also poppy, but not really, but rock, but not
I don't even know where to put her.
You can't put her.
You can't put her in J Rock because she doesn't do just that.
Sheena Ringo.
You can't put her in J Pop. She just does her.
And that's what I'm saying. But yeah, so no, it's definitely a vibe. But for me, my criteria is based off the music itself. Rather than where they come from, that's irrelevant to me.
I never cared where someone came from.
Not everybody could be here.
That's a whole fact.
You gotta be good.
Yeah, like I said, I like some people. Like I was remember karaoke. I was trying to do fucking Designer Panda. Like I thought that shit was hard as fuck. Like even trying to do it. When I thought he was done, I was trying to take a breath, and he's like, "Let me do another 16 lines." I'm like, are you fucking serious? God damn.
Okay, Heavens and Skins.
Yeah, it was the same shit like the future flow, basically.
Yeah.
And you just keep fucking going with that. It's hard.
You know what? Future wouldn't be so bad if everyone didn't try to copy.
That's exactly what happened.
I mean, to be fair, Future is not like. Have you heard that song with him and Kendrick?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, Mask Off. We love Mask Off.
No, not Mask Off. The one that was on the Black Panther soundtrack or whatever.
I didn't hear that one.
I didn't hear that one.
I mean, I probably heard it without hearing it.
Yeah.
Since you watched the movie like 4 times.
No, the album was like there were some songs that were like that song. I got it. Is it King's Dead? Maybe I think it's what it is. Yo, Kendrick kills it. Future, he's like da 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 man.
That's
so
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I'm like mix me with the bull, like the whole song goes, and then Future comes on and you're like, what the fuck? Kendrick just put you on to this like freaking iconic effing soundtrack for you to come in here playing around like F you Future, F you for taking this opportunity and making it and I get like sometimes people be just like people are just with Future. I am not with Future. Like I feel like he ain't got it right.
I was with Future for Mask Off, but then you're telling me he fucked up again. So
that's what I'm saying. It's like what he did is like he had this original thing. People were copying his shit, and he's like, okay, let me go super outside. That's not where he should have landed though. Right?
I think that's what it is. I think he just like was just really high.
What was that? And I think you showed me he's part of the Dungeon family, and they said you gotta do something different to be down.
Yeah, that's basically how all of them work. That's why they all sound mad different.
Everything was done already, so he just said, "Fuck it, I'm a mumble." I kind of respect it for that, but then
I think we was talking about that. Yeah,
someone showed me, and I'm like,
I mean, his voice is distinct. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
but he's not saying shit.
Not saying shit.
Mm-hmm. Why you back up?
His voice is distinct though.
Yeah, but nah, it's like I get that, but
You stop listening.
that song.
This is a controversial list that came out.
Oh, that's not listen. I think we went over it.
Yeah, I was like, cause like
Berg is like, wait. Why are we talking about stack bundles?
all of y'all came in here with your top. Which you didn't do your top. You gave us one of your top
I did
three.
one in that.
Go your top 5 then.
No, we did 3 going on 3.
Top
Number
three.
2's Kendrick and number 3 Jean Grey.
Okay.
Jean Grey's a fucking beast. People don't have no idea she's a fucking problem.
So the two of y'all started with y'all's top 3. Didn't name any women.
Nope.
Then you
I didn't
extended
get
to your top 5. No, y'all both talked to your top 5 too, and neither of y'all did women.
Yeah.
Richard's the first one that brought a woman up.
Right.
That reminded me of this controversial list that came out in August, and that had no women on it.
This is my top 10. Let's give it a buck.
Here.
I'll be fair.
This is podcast number 12. We discussed that.
Keep it a buck.
I don't think I've mentioned one woman, and that is unfortunate.
Problematic.
And there are some women that I do like. I like Rhapsody. I like her a lot, actually. I like Raw
First time I heard
Digger.
was trash, so I can't.
I like Raw Digger a lot. Like
Digger.
her chemistry with Busta Rhymes is actually freaking amazing.
Here's my problem with Rod Digger. She was fucking with Busta Rhymes because Busta. I told you about that bullshit with the albums.
Yeah.
There's like 4 albums that didn't get released.
Yeah.
At all. Rod Diggers was one of them, and that pissed me the fuck off. So I couldn't get to hear too much of her. Jean Grey, I was able to hear like discographies of her. She has at least 7 or 8 albums. So she's consistently good. But yeah. Oh, so, and to think. So for the women, I think it's like consistency that I don't see sometimes. Like there's sometimes like Nicki Minaj's early work. Yeah. Like remember when I put on Monster for the karaoke? I wanted to go in on that shit. Yeah, fuck it. I wanted to go in on that shit. She had a lot of good verses, and then something happened over time, and then Minaj was like,
I really want to like Nicki Minaj. I really want to.
You don't have to.
That's what I'm saying. She had an
The
era, man,
monster verse was monsters.
I put that on
yes.
purpose. No one knew that song. Like, I did it. It was a great album. She had like 6 characters and just switched between them
She
songs.
didn't disappear. She came out with an album this year. She got really mad because she got really mad because one of the Kardashians had a baby with a rapper, and the rapper put out a package plan that included something that with his kid and made money off of it the same week that she released her album. So then she had beef with a baby, and it's like, girl, you had beef with a baby? So
Handling that wrong too.
that all happened this year. She released a whole new album this year.
I didn't even hear that, but I would have heard that. But damn.
So that's the kind of shit, man. I'm just like,
And I wanna like Cardi, but like I'll hear a song where she's like great,
she ain't got the balls for me.
but then like I'll hear some other shit. I'm just like, no. This is almost worse than Debrat syndrome.
Again, not all people are for all people, because like literally like
everyone's different.
if I'm vibing, like if I'm talking about my top 3 right now or whatever, this is like who I'm vibing on. I'm like, I'm gonna go with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna go with Missy because that's just who I just have been like having in my brain right now.
I need to like
Missy's on the 5.
Missy is like great too. I don't know where to place her. Like she's like very influential. Yeah. I just have no idea where to place her.
Yeah, she's definitely on the 5.
I can actually say that.
But she ain't beating Jean Grey for me.
Rewinded and multiple watched more of her videos than most other rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Her videos are always interesting.
I'm not sure. I think I've heard this, but I could be completely incorrect. Did she co-direct some of these videos, or how did that work?
At least conceptualize stuff or whatever too, whatever.
It looks like it's from her video. Even when you listen to the songs, and like you can kind of see what's happening before you even see the video.
Yeah,
in a sense. So I guess that makes sense. Yo, that whole Timbaland era.
Jesus, bro, shit. Leave out Magoo. Top 5 months.
Oh god.
Top worst rappers is Magoo. It's on there.
By far.
Who the fuck is Magoo? Name a Magoo bar.
Magoo is out there with stack bundles.
Why are we talking about Stag?
We need to make a
Say the list.
Yo, we need to make
Say it.
We need to make a list like a fucking wave file song with Magoo and Sack Bundles as a rap battle and see what happens.
Put some shotgun in the fucking
Yes. Yeah, put Quasimodo on there.
Oh God, that's my number one worst.
Yes,
Bro,
Quasimodo's the absolute worst.
Oh,
Yo,
that's trash.
that would be like a world's finest, in quotations, you thought. Right? That'd be like the greatest.
Trash.
Yo, we should make the trash cipher.
The trash cipher.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
And then we'll get demonetized and no one gives a fuck about it.
Nigga, we're not even gonna put that button. We're just gonna let it rock.
So
Fuck
read
it.
off
We're
the
taking all the ad revenue. Good. You get like 2 cents. The fuck out of here.
I mean, I don't have to read off the list if y'all have already talked about it.
No,
We
read it.
didn't know this.
Read it.
I just said Stab Bundles. That's the only thing I remember.
That's the only thing I remember.
Okay, so this is the list in backwards order of who they listed for the top 50 rappers of all time.
Top 50. Let's just do the top 10.
Yeah, do it 10.
No, because I think you need to hear
Because
this.
wait, and Shorty should stay on that list.
Because they didn't put any women on this list, and some of these people that are on this list, you're like, okay, but what?
What's the list?
Okay.
Alright, just go with it.
And Shorty should stay on
And
that
this is
list.
a list that was tweeted
That's an
out.
actual rap name.
This is a list that was tweeted out by the Brew podcast. So if y'all want to find it online and
Nah.
say so, if people listening want to find it online and
the
talk
Brew.
crap,
The Brew.
you know where to go. So you got number 50, Lloyd Banks.
That's mad low.
It should not be.
He's too low.
Exactly.
Cool.
But wait,
That's too high.
no, wait, he's too high?
No, he's like top 20.
Yes, I'm saying.
No, he's low on the
He's
list.
too low on the list.
From top down, so it's like,
Top down,
yeah, she's
so
like
I'm
here.
going backwards order.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number 49 is gonna piss y'all all off, and it should. Busta Rhymes.
50.
Cool.
I just said this motherfucker is number 3. You don't get the fuck out of here.
That's 49.
Let's find out who's ahead of Busta Rhymes.
Busta's in my top 15.
48 is 50 Cent. He's
too-
above
he-
Busta.
Out.
Look,
I
I hate
just-
50 Cent's guts, but 48 is way too.
Alright, let's just go into that real quick.
Mike
All the
looks
arguments
so
that
pained
you
right now.
Is-
He
yo,
looks
Mike's
so
in pain.
pained.
All the arguments you were talking about people hating on people just
Said I had top
because
3.
that was my person. I hated 50 just
Yeah,
because.
and some of that
I
kind
hated him.
of edges on me, so
I
I
had
just
no
couldn't
reason
stand
to
it.
fucking hate him like I did. I just fucking hated him. I wanted him to not exist, bro.
Yeah, but Give Richard Die Trying had bars.
Yeah, it did, but I was too much fuck this guy to even care. I should have listened. I listened later.
It's like, I hate these.
I listened
squeeze
later, and then I was
motherfuckers.
like, you know what? He's not so terrible.
Yeah. And plus, you don't need to be hating.
I don't need to be hating, but for
I
him,
would-
it was like it was the
I
same
would-
hate I had for dragons.
I would-
Dragons are way. Sorry.
I love dragons. They're beautiful and magical. And
Look,
some of them are drawn cute, and some of them are trolls, and it's fun.
No, my only thing with dragons, y'all already know. I think it's just wasted potential. You know what they can do, and most of them choose not to.
Yes.
Small Glaze in the cave talk about all these jewels that she never gonna fucking spend and burns nobody. You can't burn this motherfucker can't run more than 1 mile an hour. You can't burn this nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Trash.
That's the problem with dragons. There's too many like
Your hubris.
it's hubris. It's
Okay,
like,
47.
whew, sorry.
Above Busta Rhymes and Lloyd Banks, mind you, is
Anthony.
Rick Ross.
Wow. Okay.
Rick Ross, I used to really not like him, but
I thought it was beach.
he's like top 40,
You got an era.
and he had a run. So I don't
give a fuck.
He doesn't really talk about anything except
That's the
fucking
problem.
expenses. Like even the song he had with Andre 3000, where Andre literally went through from his whole fucking life. All this guy was just talking about was his shit.
Yeah.
Like he always fucking does.
Okay, but we're gonna talk about every single one of them. Let me get you
Yeah,
the
this
list.
is
let's keep
all
going,
right,
keep
all
going.
right.
46 is LL Cool J.
Too low.
Get him off that list. I don't like it. It's not that good.
We can't do this every single one now.
I just didn't want to say it.
Just keep saying it. We're gonna react.
Yeah, we're gonna react. You just keep going.
45 is The Game.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay, boomer.
44 is Big Pun.
Yo, as much of an asshole as he was, how the fuck?
Did he even release enough songs to compete with
Who's
some
ahead
I don't think so. He had one album, he was alive, and then a postmortem album.
Right, you didn't
But
have
the one
enough
album
songs.
that he had was fucking insane. though.
Yes.
Yo, word. Like, we give Biggie this credit for 2 albums. Big Pun did it with 1.
43 is 8 Ball.
A-Ball and
MJG is from Houston.
That's kind of accurate. All right.
Stack Bundles is 42.
Stack Bundles is above. What? Stephanie said.
I don't know.
Find a Scott to Stack Bundle song. Fuck
We
that.
look. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Oh man.
What's a Stack Bundles hit though? That's
Tell me,
background.
I mean, even Mano has a. I know Mano more than I know what Stack Bundles is. Like, who the F? Anyways.
Why
You
let
know
him
what,
know
listen, what was the number one rap on your thing? I forgot what you said the name.
I don't have an order
You
for
know
them.
It doesn't even know.
I don't have an order for them. It's just like who I'm vibing right now is Megan Thee Stallion, Missy Elliott, and I can't think of a third.
Okay, I just want to listen to new
Best
shit.
of
So.
Stack Bundles.
Cool. Let's go back to that list.
Mind
right.
you, none of them are named on this list, so don't take that as their list.
Of
No,
course,
that was
it's
just
fine. This is a list of tracks. Let's
back
keep
to the
thinking.
list.
I love this
Is 41 is Mace.
list. Off that list.
40 is AZ. Who is AZ?
AZ
AZ's not
used to
bad.
work. No,
AZ's not
no,
bad.
it's not that good. AZ used to be with fucking, what was it, Nas and them?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the
he was a
firm.
Nas,
The
yeah,
firm.
Nas and Foxy Brown.
He's
And,
And I don't know who you effing are.
exactly.
Exactly.
You know who he is?
He's-
He's that fourth nigga from at Black Eyed Peas.
Ouch.
Are you coming for Bobbity Bop or whatever?
Yes, because what's his name? In the capture, Bobby
I'm sorry to this man. I know your name is.
What does he do though?
I know
What does
his
he
name
do?
is.
He just shows
No,
up.
man, they have verses. You haven't listened to Black Eyed Peas
No, I
albums because I have, and
I try.
no. There's two Lucky's albums in a row that I effed with. The one that had my humps on it, and then the one that was before that, and they were
Damn,
both
that's Fergie
good.
era shit.
Yes, Fergie era, Black Eyed Peas. I effed with them. I also liked whenever that one song with Macy Gray, and then the two albums with Fergie on them. They were good.
Macy Gray's low key lit. Give him no credit.
Yeah,
What's his
she
name,
know
though?
about it.
After
They
that,
killed him on the MTV skit and you never heard from her again.
back to the list.
Boppity bop.
I love this list. It's so bad.
39 is Ice Cube.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hold on. Is he really that good though?
No, but that's too low.
All right. I don't know.
Yeah, top 30.
But he didn't even release any. Okay, anyways.
He did. Like,
absolutely.
early 90s, he did.
No, I'm
That's
saying
way
in the
above
past 5
anything I was
years,
listening to.
Ice Cube.
Not even close.
Ice Cube hasn't released anything
Once
but
he reached
movies.
Friday, that was a
Yeah,
wrap.
That's
he
it.
hasn't
I'm not
released
rapping.
anything
It's like
but
that.
movies.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
That
I
money.
feel like they should have lists.
Granted, like I said, I don't know. Maybe he did.
He did. I don't think he did.
This okay. 38 is Killer Mike.
Too low.
Way too low. All right, let's
He's
go.
alright.
He's on the list.
He's okay.
Way low.
37
These
is Lil
motherfuckers.
Wayne.
Too low.
36 is Bun B.
I heard of the name.
Bun B
Bun B
is
used to
also
fuck
from the
with
South.
Killer Mike. He fucks with Killer Mike in there.
Okay, he's better than
He's not better than Killer Mike.
and Wayne.
He's not better than
He's not better than either of them.
He's not. No.
I don't think he's better than most of the people you said so far.
He's not. Probably better than
He's
Stack
better than Stack Bundles. He's better than Stack
I'm gonna have to listen to Stack Bundles. I'm gonna listen to every motherfucker on this list.
35 is Cameron.
Cameron's low key top 30.
No, he's not.
I just love the fuck you songs.
That's one song.
Yes, too.
34 is Snoop.
Wow. Okay.
33 is Jeezy. Jeezy goes. I don't even know what that is.
Jeezy had a run.
Yo, Jeezy with a Kanye beat is everything.
It is. I'll give him that.
32 is Big Boy.
You serious?
Okay, big boy.
Yes.
Okay. You separated them. All right. Wait.
I mean, they should. Cause, yeah.
It's definitely.
A 31, Cool G Rap.
That's super old school.
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
I mean, again, have you
Well,
released
they're-
enough
they're-
What's the
songs?
cool
to
G
add
rap
them?
part?
They're trying to rank everyone, but then they're doing dumb shit like putting Stack Bundles on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm so excited. That's the meme. Stack Bundles gets checked.
I had to look it up, and the plug is like, wait, why are we talking? Because you knew, but like, why is this? Why are we talking about Stack
Checking stacks. Checking box. Stacks of bundles.
Number 30 is Mos Def.
You get the fuck
He
out
has a
of
new
here.
name now, doesn't he? It's
Yeah,
like,
he's big, but no,
It's
it's Mos Def.
You know what the fuck? Actually, he released 2 albums as Yasin Bey.
I don't care. It's still Mos Def.
The brand is already
When I type into fucking Google Play, I'm gonna type Mos Def.
When I refer to it in my head, it's always Mos Def. I don't care.
If you want to listen to his new shit, though, if you're gonna
look at Mos Def.
if you want to hear the new songs, though, you need to type the new.
okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do this. So to my top 3, I'm gonna add someone that I don't see on this list and who I listened to a song. I added this song to a playlist I just made recently, and it reminded me of the whole album. And I was like, oh crap, I haven't listened to this album in a while, and I used to love it. Q-Tip deserves more respect on his name, and Q-Tip is in my top 3.
Wow.
I actually kind of forgot about them too.
Did you hear a song with Busta very recently?
They made an album, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
No, the Q-Tip album that came out like while we were in like around like 08, 09 or whatever goes. He has a song with like Norah Jones, and there's no reason why it vibes as hard as it. It's so.
Norah
good.
Jones is low key really good.
It's really good. It's like she's like whatever. It's a
She's a
really
jazz
good.
singer.
It's a good genre blending or whatever.
He's really
I
good.
really love that song. So where was I? Number 30 is Mos Def. 29 is Prodigy.
Prodigy?
Blah.
Oh, again, the New York shit. I don't like most New York rappers.
Yes.
Fuck Mobb Deep, they're boring. All right. This
They had one beat.
38.
They didn't have a song.
38.
They had a beat. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, they're kind of right. They're kind of trash.
boring.
One beat. Bird, the song is whatever. It's just you know what this shit was. What the fuck you talking about?
Were they the one that had to get
The
away?
beat is hot. That's it.
Were they the ones that had a song called Get Away? Get Away. And I don't remember the rap because the rap part never got to me, but the chorus was good.
No, that's not right.
I
I
think
don't think that's
it was.
Mobb Deep.
I think it was. I think it was.
Yes.
I think it was. I'm
Man,
gonna look it up.
What's I don't know another Mobb Deep song.
Exactly.
I only know Shook ones.
That's
So.
it.
I've heard a bunch and I've only remembered
one,
one.
and that's it. Because that's a great freestyle beat. That's
It
all
really
it
is.
That's all it is.
28 is Eminem.
Wow. Okay.
Really?
That
27
works
is.
for me.
It works for me because the one who's above him is Method Man, and I'm like, you can't cross Method Man. Method Man is my favorite out of Wu-Tang.
27. Okay. Who's better than Method?
Exactly, but Method is my favorite.
Not
out of
Stack
Wu-Tang.
Bundles.
Well, I mean, he's
Behind us,
low.
so that's
He's
good.
low.
He's not better than me.
Number 26 is Twista, which is
That's an interesting
Here's the
choice.
thing. Here's the thing. He raps fast, but he doesn't say shit.
That's the problem.
And I'm not looking. I'm not searching for this.
I'm never searching
Top
for
10.
Twista.
If I have a fast rapper quota, I'm putting Tech 9.
Yeah.
Faster and actually way more lyrically skilled than this guy. So yeah, he's
searching. Get 2 songs and it was.
yeah. Fucking me up in karaoke.
That's
I'm
it.
still trying to finish that song.
Yes. We will never finish it.
God damn it.
20. That is your breath control. That is your breath control, right?
Breath control.
Gotta make me
Breath
stop
control.
laughing.
25 is Raekwon.
Yeah.
But ahead of Raekwon is number 24, T.I.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't think it's
And
ahead of
Raekwon.
Raekwon.
Raekwon was the first ASAP Rock, but his cadence was weird because he would never go on the beat, but he would never lag the beat either. But he was still talking weird shit that you listened to like
But
4
how
hours.
is T.I. on this list and Luda is not? I want to.
It's not on the list.
Luda is not on the
That
list!
is disrespect.
Let's keep going.
Stab bundles though. Stab bundles though.
Number 23 is Drake.
Why is it on the list?
Get him off the list.
Drake is...
Drake, he plagiarized like 40 songs.
Drake
That's all you need, even his song. So he can't be on the list because of that.
Drake took Kanye's freaking polo style, and then yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
So,
we know
but I'm
other
saying the
people-
polo rap
I'm
style.
gonna stop you right there. He took Soulja Boy style.
No, he took Kanye's style. He took Kanye's style, and he took other people's songs.
He
but,
takes everyone's shit.
but Drake made it hot, and you
Yeah,
can't
No,
blame
you can't use the
No,
Jay-Z shit. You had a hot line and a hot song.
You
Fuck
can't
at it.
blame him for being successful after doing
I'm not
what he
blaming him for
did.
being successful, but he's not.
No, I'm saying his successfulness is what makes him where people see him, and they're like he's visible enough for him to be on a list because people see him. Like the people that he stole from aren't visible. These people, they see Drake.
That's true.
My thing is, like, why isn't what happening to fucking Carlos Mencia happening to Drake?
But also the people that's the problem. He stole from.
Yeah, same thing though. Like Mencia would be like in the back of fucking comedy clubs, just like waiting for motherfuckers to say some shit with a notepad. They come in with the same exact jokes all the time. They have to keep checking.
They had George Lopez call him out for it. That's really what it was.
Rogan too.
Yeah, he had enemies. That's why he got.
He had lists.
Wait,
Like he had the list.
but you're saying George Lopez got called out for slim people's jokes, right?
No. Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
He's the one who got TV shows stolen. Yeah, Joe. He used to steal bits from.
He talking about Mexican shit. He's like, bro, he ain't fucking Mexican.
He ain't even fucking Mexican. It's fucking some weird like he's Honduras. Yeah, Honduras and German. He's German and Honduras.
And then every other fucking word.
His name is fucking Hans some shit. It's not even Carlos Mencia. And then on top of that, he's stealing people's jokes. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about Drake.
Yep, and he got
Like, I get it, limelight and all that, but that is
Yeah,
just...
I am not advocating for Drake at all. I'm not saying what he did was right. What I'm saying is you can't blame people putting him on lists because people they don't know.
They don't know that yet.
They don't know who you can't credit all the list of people that Drake took from is long. Just credit Drake because he's crediting all the people that he stole from, basically. So
that's trash. I'm not with it.
Yeah. That's a long segue, my bad.
22 is DMX.
He should be higher on that motherfucking list.
I will set to higher on the list.
Okay, and then it makes it worse because number 21 is Royce.
Why is Royce a 5'9" so low?
Why is he above DMX?
First of all, you know DMX don't belong there, and Royce also doesn't belong in that spot. They both need to be higher on the list. I don't know where they rank, but they should definitely be higher.
Royce is top 20, and DMX is top 5 to me, but I'll take top 10.
20 is Lupe Fiasco, which I would be with. F.
Well, we're at the 20s now, right?
Yeah.
Up until a point.
No, exactly.
The problem is this is trash.
Lupe just dropped the F off after his like second or third album or whatever. It's just like, you don't even make any sense anymore, my guy. Like, get out of here.
Even Lupe with his drop off is still better than most rappers, though.
Okay, but he ain't in no top 20 with his drop off.
Really?
Nah.
Yeah, you hate it.
I don't hate it. I'm just saying you're not in the top 20 with it. Maybe. Depends on who else. I would have to sit and think about it. But I don't think he's
like, the only time I even look for a song was for it to match what I was doing at the time. Most of the time it was Kick Push.
No, his second album, I loved it so much. And then I think the third one was like okay. But then after that, it just was like
he had a lot of good
bad.
stuff. But it's like, his stuff was like the soundtrack to the current task.
Hey, you are a superstar. And how don't fear the crowd is here.
We just got you
Oh yeah, I got you on that.
What's the song they had? He had a Jill Scott. It was like
I remember that. Damn.
It was like he was like on a robot or whatever, and then it was like she was like on a crap, man. That song, like I love that song. I can't even think about it right now.
Damn, poor Lupe. Ever since he beat that girl, he just fucking fell off.
But I feel like he
fell off a little bit before
his
that.
energy's been on big. Like he stopped rapping for a while.
What really did it
games.
was he tweeted, "Niggas who play Mortal Kombat can't play fight games. You got fucking shot." He had to leave his Twitter. It was wild.
Yeah.
Bro, become a further sport.
Don't
become other games.
Shut
up. You don't know shit.
Well, maybe he was saying that Mortal Kombat is not as technical as other fighting games.
Yeah, it is.
I remember the song now. I had to Google
Playing
it.
Mortal Kombat, you can't play Street and you trash.
But then, like, again, why would you comfort the money you're trying to make? Like, he was trying to be in like gaming or whatever. It's like you shot your own foot. Like, don't even.
Why you that whole fucking.
The only way you can be a heel is if you can beat everybody.
Right.
That's the only way being a heel works in that sport.
Yeah.
Like, was it like fucking Levin?
Yeah.
Levin wins. He's Vegeta. He's like, you piece of shit. He'll stomp a motherfucker down because it's like now the win is just like, this what happened.
Oh, shit.
But Lupe was nowhere near that.
Nah,
the song with Jill Scott is Daydreaming. It's like, Daydreaming.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
I can sleep beneath the flowers for a couple of hours. hour.
I remember that shit.
What a beautiful day.
Guten Tag.
Yeah, remember the whole shit.
What's good, Zoe?
Daydream.
That was
What's
that
good?
song.
Joints. Guten Tag.
19 is
We got Portia here. Say hello.
Guten Tag from Germany.
Zoinks from Germany.
Hola.
Yes.
I don't know what other. Spanish.
Close enough.
Just for a recap, we were visiting the shameful list that is supposed to be
God, talking about stack bundles.
Stack bundles and co.
Number 19 is J. Cole.
Why?
Look,
No, I love J. Cole. Why is he so
he should not be this high, but J. Cole can rap,
You rap.
and he is better than Drake.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if we're talking about rappers that came out the same year,
Stack bundles.
not even the
Yes.
same year.
Drake's copies.
If we made a list of rappers that came out around the same time, or if we go with the freshman rappers cover that came out for Complex or whatever that year, whatever, it was Wale, J. Cole, and Drake. Both of them are better rappers than Drake.
Wale needs more credit.
Wale needs more.
I'm gonna add an AKA.
Oh shit.
What?
It's gonna be Drake the karaoke rapper. You need other people's tracks to fucking sing his shit. So
But
yeah.
like Drake again,
I'm gonna put that right after Memphis Sleep.
I'm not gonna look. Sometimes a Drake song.
She don't know no
girl's
better,
ready
bro.
to
It's
dance.
alright.
Like it's just a fun dance song.
For the
half the time.
vibes, yes.
Yeah.
Feel the fucking vibe.
Top list, nah.
But okay,
Yes.
this is my thing. Again, we're gonna come back to what are you making your list based on? Because while
I
you're,
told you my list is
I'm
based.
saying I'm not talking about you, Richard. I'm talking about you, the implicit you to everyone who's making their list. You have to think about who's making a list and what they're coming from. If they're coming from a vibe of like these are the people I vibe to and that's why they're my top effing rappers, then it's totally them. You're like, oh, I'm putting it on skill. That's the skill that you decided was a skill that you liked to see in a rapper, right? So again, if people don't put it in the top or whatever, I'm not gonna hate you for it. I might look at you sideways, like everyone here is, like whatever. But I'm not gonna like try to argue you down your choice or whatever. Because
He is gonna get LL off that list
All
though.
right, so someone's gonna tell me right now that Drake has a better skill set than J. Cole.
I'm not again. I don't know what their freaking their reasoning
Topic
is.
is it's a top 50 list we found on Twitter. Top 50
from
rappers
the Brew podcast.
from the Brew.
The Brew, like
The Brew
I'm
podcast.
gonna
They have
make
their
that
top
whole list
50
sideways
list.
because of stack bundles.
Yes, Stack
yeah,
Bundles.
We're
We were thrown in top 5 rappers and everything like that. Everything it was top 3, but yeah, everything
the
is
whole list is questionable. But what I'm saying is
questionable list. That
questionable.
far be it from me to argue with someone else's viewpoints of why they put somebody on their list,
Look,
right? That your choice about putting someone on your list is your choice with someone that person on
If
the
you
list.
if you love Drake, if you love Stack Bundles, if you love Chingy, more power to you. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that they're better than Kendrick.
Okay, again, Michael.
Chingy's not even on that list though.
Jeez,
I'm just naming poor Paul rappers.
poor pop performance.
But what I'm saying is, if people make their list on whether they make it on, I'm not like it's not even an argument. Like you are like if somebody said to you, I'm going to argue with you about why I put these people on there, or whatever. That's their choice to argue with it about it. But it's like
You're
it's not the same level because
you're talking
everyone's gonna have
about
a whole different
criteria.
list.
The one thing with lists though, generally is like they have a set of rules that precede the list.
There's no.
There's none with this list.
This list has none.
There's zero criteria.
So I feel
It's
like
here's
if
a
you're
name a bunch
gonna
of
do
rappers.
it, so this is my thing is I feel like if you're gonna come and do a list, you gotta come in with a group of people and be like, okay, today we're gonna do a list. Let's set out what our boundaries are our guidelines are gonna be for why we're putting these people on this list.
Yeah, they were just doing
Then
shit.
do whatever. Then I also feel
fuck
like
it.
then maybe you need to do multiple lists. Maybe I do a list about.
All right, I want to know who was the person in that group that put Stack Bundles on that list.
No, but you're right. It's like lists.
Like, yo, you gotta
I feel like they were trolling. I feel like they were just like trolling.
I don't believe it because they probably
it was hitting at some point. Somebody who's
Black Rob
was on somebody's top 5. I'm like, listen, it might have meant something to him. It might have been
Black
very.
Girl's not terrible though.
He is not top 5.
I would give
Not
him
even
top
close.
40.
If he didn't have his band, he would just be another guy.
And it's like, whoa, like bro, that's it.
I mean, the life story of
That's it.
Oh God!
Let's stop.
So nitro,
Right, no, right, no, right, no. And then you got rapper too. like whoa.
Okay.
Better feel like.
Oh my gosh, why didn't I think about this? Beyonce's also a rapper. Beyonce is in my top rappers.
Is Beyonce a rapper?
She raps in some songs. She rapped on the album she did with Jay-Z too.
I was having a conversation with my friend yesterday. It was like, it's always easier for a singer to get into rap than it is a rapper to get into singing.
Hell yeah.
Good fucking luck. If you can't sing, you can't sing.
That's a whole fucking fact.
It's a whole entire fucking fact. When you sing, you already have some level of cadence involved. So all you gotta do is speed it up with no tone and you're good to go.
Whoa.
I
Okay.
listen to Tesla.
So we just said J. Cole, number 19. 18, Common.
Common needs to get the fucking
Comedy to get the fuck out of the
I feel like Common is respected.
Mine's so high.
I feel like Common is really highly respected, and then you actually sit and listen to him, and you're like, maybe he shouldn't be so highly
Relax. Relax.
Let's get into the both
Common
things.
is
Let's
cool.
look at the
He's a cool guy.
the skill part. All right.
Rap skill, no.
If you don't throw Common to the top 40, goddamn.
All right, let's say if it's
Almost deaf. Are you
Are you
crazy?
fucking kidding me?
What are you doing?
first of all, above everybody, he's
Relax.
Stack Bonus is better. Listen, my thing is this: you watch out listen to Stack Bonus, he's fucking amazing, right? Listen, the thing is, it's like, all right, if you're posting on skill,
What's the
that's
common
one
bar?
thing. If you're focusing on vibe, that's another list. Like you said, like some
Right,
Dre,
vibe, yeah.
Common has neither fucking one. I don't
I
vibe.
had like one song that sounded
This is with everybody. Okay, but like, and her, I used to love her. I used to love her decent. But okay, this is the thing. This is my thing.
Ouch.
This is my thing.
He's an okay guy, but no.
He's somebody's
There's a list that Common is on that's not a vibe list or a skill list. It's probably just a like
nostalgia. I don't
It's,
fucking know.
I feel like a comment. The list of Common is on for people who are like
belongs to a Tyler Perry movie,
that
like-
want to sound pretentious, who want to sound like I like lyricist or whatever. Like he got lyrics or something.
First of
I
all,
was trying to motherfucker.
Common is
Fuck. Nah, keep going. I'm sorry.
I
I apologize for cutting you off. Keep going.
I don't hate Common, but no.
Vitriol against this man.
Just
So I think I'm gonna move on from Common.
He's an actor.
No, he's not even a good.
He's an actor.
On a list who we all respect and who was placed too low on this list, and we are gonna be mad about it. Number 17 is Andre 3000.
why the fuck is he in the top 3?
He's mad close to Common too. Wow.
He is the.
So,
Let me tell you
let's
about
listen about the null and void. Who's
I want to hear who's ahead.
this is just null and void from number
Let me
42.
do a lightning round for the next couple of words.
I'm gonna say one thing about Dre though. He's always like the best verse in most people's songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just want to get that
Oh, we
out.
have to go back. Okay.
Cool.
We're
Let
gonna
alone
go back and
Profanity.
review, like talk about the ones that are most egregious misplacements. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
So
lighten around.
number 16 is Scarface.
Why the fuck is Scarface?
Lighten around. Fuck it. 'Cause
14 is Tupac.
What's 15? Wait.
No, 15 is Tupac.
What?
14 is Redman. What? 13 is Pusha T.
Oh, get the fuck.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Number 12 is Rakim.
Okay.
11 is Vinny Siegel.
Nah, he needs to get on the higher.
You put that in your top 10 right now. You have to let me in this shit. God damn.
wow.
Number 10 is Kendrick.
Okay.
Number 9 is Ghostface.
Okay.
Ghostface.
Not above Kendrick.
Okay. Number 8.
I'm talking about placement, but yeah.
I'm like Ghostface is okay. That's why I was just like, wait a minute. Okay. All right.
That's fine.
Cool. I actually like Ghostface more than like Scarface, but whatever.
Everyone likes everybody more. This is a problem.
But I like Ghostface more. Number 8 is Biggie. Number 7 is Jadakiss.
Mike, I give Jadakiss one song. Is that Jada's got a gun? Yeah. Because that was the basis of my cipher for the fucking thing. If he has one gun, mine was 2 guns for the first.
Number 6 is Fabulous.
Please keep going.
Number 5 is Black Thought, which I'm with. Okay. Number 4 is Styles. Number 4 is Styles P. 3 listening, why isn't freaking old boy from DaPillaManz?
Fuck. I know what you're talking about.
If Joe on this list, why isn't my homeboy? God dang it! I'll think about it. Dang it! What is his name?
I keep thinking Cameron, but that's not it.
It's not it. Okay, number 2 is Nas. And
That's a weird placement for Nas.
Also,
He's
Nas.
most people's top 10 top.
I mean, but now that I listen to
Nas
again,
2 though?
exactly. Now that I listen to Nas again,
Nas had
he's
one
not-
amazing album.
Exactly.
My two, but yes.
And number 1 is Jay-Z, which I also don't agree with. So, but I also don't like Jay-Z.
Jay-Z needs to like not
So
be.
you have to introduce yourself, people.
Yeah, people miss the intro.
Yes, they did.
Okay, I have to do my AKAs again?
No,
Like, what
you
is
don't
have to do all that.
Y'all want to hear the AKAs? Rewind to the beginning. Listen to the shit
Right.
4 times.
Like, I'm just.
Give us some more money.
Who are you?
Like, who am I as a person?
Sure.
I am, Portia.
All right.
That's my name.
That's it. Okay.
Cool.
Gotta go. Say Guten Tag, because all I was offensive apparently. Yes.
Like, I wasn't trying to be offensive. I was just like, the first foreign language that came to me was Spanish.
Yes.
So again,
Yeah, the most egregious.
the most egregious on this list.
Schulberg the list.
The ones that y'all got the loudest for. Let's do that. The ones y'all got the loudest for.
Oh, God.
Common was mad high.
Cool G rap, like everyone's like question marks for.
Who?
Twista, y'all was like for what?
Wow.
Styles P.
Above, first of all, that high 1 and 2 above Jaden.
Whoa. I mean, what?
Whoa.
He's not even the best in his own group. How?
He's not.
He's not.
Ouch.
I mean,
Fabulous.
he's better than
Is also-
Fabulous.
Oh, fabulous. I'm saying the way he spells it. He spells it, can't spell his full fucking name. That dude's trash. He's always been trash. Like, he had one good song.
So the problem with Fabulous,
Nah.
He
he
had
has bars.
songs with Tamia.
Exactly. Fabulous had bars, and I was the audience that he was catering to. Women who are into dudes who were rapping to them. Sure, fine, took it. But Homeboy has domestic violence problems, and I'm not with that. So you can keep it. Like that detracts all the stuff that I felt good about.
This
Like
ain't
you
that
can
hard.
keep
Fuck
it.
out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
That's why he
You
has
don't have to
domestic
be
violence
hard
and
to
he's
be a
not
good
actually having
rapper.
He
regular bars.
portrayed himself as hard though.
He does.
Did he betray himself as hard?
He kind of.
When?
Because
Because he had a lot of songs that were going towards women. When do you see him
he
have
also had a lot of
songs that
songs where he's trying to portray himself as a
Fights and
hardcore
shit,
dude. I
yeah.
forgot the names, but this is where the vitriol comes from. I get the songs you're doing, like the one with Tamia. I love that song.
The one,
song's great.
All the songs that he's hot for, the songs that he had that were towards women.
But
like,
if he had some songs, he's portraying himself as hardcore. I'm like, look, Nick, I'm like, bro, if you were hard, there wouldn't be no domestic violence. You'd be fighting dudes.
Y'all playing.
Where the fuck is Ja Rule on that list?
First of all, what? You get the fuck out of here.
the Lord, my break.
no, I'm mad that T.I.'s on the list and not freaking Ludacris. Like y'all.
Where the fuck is Luda?
T.I.
Yo, there's mad dubs on that list. You just know Luda? You crazy.
Yeah, Luda's like way
And
better
that
than
is-
people give him credit for.
This is someone that
He's
does
not
not
underrated.
understand. Again, this is my thing when that's why I brought up the South thing before. There's no respect for the South on this list. They threw in Andre and Big Boy.
They only
and-
did that as an appease thing. Like,
right.
yeah, we like
And I'm
them.
like, y'all clearly don't know that much about the South because you're putting on people who are like, okay, MG or whatever, and like for real,
Bun B.
like
There's an elephant in the room that I have not addressed,
Please.
and I'm
I'll say it.
I'm surprised.
What the fuck is it?
I'm surprised no one's
Joel
mentioned it yet.
Santana. That's who it
Joel
was.
Santana.
He's the best person from DaPillaManz.
He is.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. 'Cause I don't know any of the others.
It's Jim Jones,
No, he is.
Cameron,
Wow.
Joe. Well, no, not, was Joe? No,
Cameron
Joe.
was bad.
No, Joe. Was Joe with them or not?
What?
No,
he's
Joe
not.
Biden was not with them.
No. So yeah, Cameron, Jim Jones, Joel Santana, and there's one other dude.
Joel Santana was with.
Joel Santana's the best person.
He is the best person from DaPillaManz.
Yeah,
No,
he wasn't on that list.
What was I about to say?
Elephant in the room.
Elephant in the room. Someone we
Oh
missed.
yeah, Migos.
Dipset. Migos.
Migos.
What's the
I
elephant?
feel like Migos is not.
Yeah, but to your whole like hating on the South thing, like
But like they're
that's
not.
like number
But
one for me. Like
but
I
for
want
me,
them
it's
out of
like-
here.
For me, it's like, why did the FR like Ludacris isn't on there? Yin Yang Twins actually, they're really
Yin-Yang is
great.
out here.
Like they can actually
Arrow
rap.
too, yeah.
Yin Yang Twins, no, they can really effing rap. Like I need y'all to go listen to y'all remember them for that, for their ad libs, but
Say,
go
I
listen
got
to their freaking albums. Like their albums are really
yeah.
good.
I fucks with him.
I mean, I don't hate them. It's
my
just
favorite.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
they're not
people go off
memorable.
of the people go off of the
They're
singles.
memorable.
People go off of the singles.
name
and
a
not,
Yin Yang Twins bar.
They say Slam Dance is fine.
They even
No.
Wrong person altogether. The fuck?
Like,
You're crazy. That was
If
their
you think
song.
Twins bars like, but see again, I like this like irreverent stuff like
Get low,
that's,
get
that's
low,
like
get
eating
low.
that's like eating
That's dope.
cereal
I thought
and
that was the Lil Jon song.
That is a Yin Yang Twin, sir.
Okay.
it's both.
See, so we're both right.
It's
right.
both. But it's like
Simultaneous.
a Yin Yang Twins bar that I remember is like that's like eating cereal and
Yeah,
like
man,
getting a
it's
fork
crazy.
instead of a spoon or whatever. It's like hilarious. It's like this. I think they're funny and they're like it's a good freaking
I mean, there's a
vibe.
place for that
Magical.
because a
Something
lot of the
without
reasons
you.
why I like Busta Rhymes and Eminem is because they're just fucking hilarious.
Magical.
Oh, we should get on that. Too.
Just like Button.
What?
Wait,
Talk about the Death Stranding performance. That shit was boring as shit.
And I'm also laughing because they had all of G Unit on here except for Young Buck, and I'm like, that's mean.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, and then they had Eminem and people from G Unit on here, but they didn't have Dr. Dre.
Well, Dr. Dre's not really a rapper, but yeah, like, come on.
Yeah, the way he does his raps, actually, him and a bunch of people in the room, and a bunch of people select a line. He's like, I like that one. That's what he. So he doesn't necessarily write or consider himself a lyricist, really. So I get why he's not.
No, I get it, but I'm also just like confused because I'm like, do we talk about like that must influence that? Like you were saying it a lot. There were a bunch of rappers on here, like they're only hot because of the one song they had, and it was because of the beat of the song, not necessarily because of the song of the song. So how much do we actually credit the producers who are behind the people?
We actually don't give
than the
producers
people?
enough credit.
We need to. Like Pharrell and Timbaland, like they're like responsible for so much of the catalogs
really
that we
are.
are really
Oh, yeah.
listening to.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's probably another reason why Aesop's on there. Him and a couple of people produce their own shit. Yeah. And it's really cool how they fucking
I
do
know Hikaru Utada is not a rapper, but one of the main reasons why I love her so much is that she produces pretty much all her shit. And that's rare that like you're allowed to do that because most of the time record labels like, oh, you got a vision, ha, take this shit. Like they don't let you make your own shit.
Oh no! Most of the time when it comes to these record labels, it's essentially someone does a demo of a song, they let you hit a song, and they recreate the song for the person.
Yeah,
That's 90% of fucking pop music. It's
yeah.
even though some people do it and they do it themselves, like Michael Jackson. He used to hum all of the parts of his own song.
Yeah.
Give it to a producer, and they'll just hire a band to do that. So that's another way. But yeah, no, that list was trash. That list was
Trash.
Hot garbage.
No, my head hurts.
Should we segue out of it?
Yeah.
Because you know what else was trash?
Oh God, the VGS.
The Game Award.
Game Awards, that shit was trash. That was the biggest waste of 3 hours of my fucking life.
I'm glad I didn't stay up
I
to
could've-
watch it because
yo.
I was thinking about it.
Season finale of the show Evil came on. I was waiting for that, and I was like, wait, VGS is on. I'm gonna watch. Nope, missed my whole show for that piece of garbage. From the corny jokes to the lackluster speeches. Steph Curry was there for some reason.
Yeah. He felt so damn out of place. I'm like, bro, he didn't even know where to stand. I'm like, what's happening?
Dank memes. First of all, the fuck. All right, so here's an explanation. There's this person out here with a red bucket taking water out of the sidewalk and putting it into the river, except the fact that the water is at the same goddamn level.
I mean, he gonna be there all
But
day.
somebody,
So.
but the tweet for it, somebody wrote is paying student loans. You just taking
That's
water
a whole fact.
off and putting it right back to where it was in front of you.
Wow.
It's just this.
Student
It's
loan
just
should not be a thing.
it's nothing's coming off of your balance. It's
Nothing
only
you
the
can do,
freaking
bro.
interest. You're
Shit is
just sitting there
trash.
like, all
Yeah,
right.
nah, that's a wild fucking dub. But yeah, what else was wild dub? The VGS Awards. So they announced a bunch of games, and I don't remember barely any of them. Like, I don't remember any of the new shit that's coming out.
it was a
There's no excitement.
fucking
Remember how
waste.
they kept repping before Cyberpunk 20 whatever, and they were in the other games they were just repping like Fucking Bethesda had a trailer and another award show. Like these things I remember. I don't remember any of the fucking new games coming out. And you had a window up, right? About who won what?
Yeah.
All right, let me see this shit. Because I saw it, but I'm like, this is dumb. So,
all right, so Game of the Year.
Hey, this is based off of 2019. So who were the nominees, first of all?
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds.
All right, so there, I don't even know what Control is.
Nope.
Never heard of, what was it? This is the fucking second to last one?
The second to last one was, the second to last one was Smash. The Outer Worlds is the...
Yeah, so the last one then. Never heard of either of those, so I don't even know why they're fucking nominated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sekiro, for what I remember, it's a 30-hour game and you're done. And it's like, you can try it again, but that's it. There's no real longevity, so... And
They don't have a new game plus?
I mean, they do, like all from software stuff. If there's no multiplayer,
back to it.
like Dark Souls, you have PvP leagues,
Yes.
you have crazy situations that fucking happen in that game because of that.
That shit is solely one player.
Yeah, so who won compared to the people? Sekiro, the same piece of shit that we were talking about. Look, it's not that good. See, this is when I knew it was already bad. Reggie was there, but I don't think he works for Nintendo. Came out with a speech that served no purpose other than to give someone else an award.
Nah.
All the leakers were saying that there was supposed to be a bunch of announcements for a bunch of games. None of those things happened, so every single leaker was fucking wrong.
Yep. Every leaker is a hot. Oh no!
What?
No.
Let's segue real quick.
I'm seeing it.
First got canceled. Literally watched the show for a Nazi's monologue. His message.
That shit was crazy. That shit was good.
Orlando Jones says he was fired from American Gods.
Oh, she said
she canceled it.
Yeah, because he got fired. Damn. Also terrible.
Because Mr. Nancy sent the wrong message. What's the fucking story about? Let's see.
What are you talking about?
American Gods.
Why are y'all talking about that? Not the Game Awards.
The Game Awards is trash. Why are we talking about the Game
Okay,
Awards?
so then why don't you bring it up?
Because I was scrolling my timeline because I hated the Game Awards.
That's what I'm saying. Why did y'all decide to talk about the Game Awards if y'all didn't play talking about it?
No, because we had to let them know how garbage it was.
I was going to make a larger point about it, though.
What about it?
That leakers in general, they might need to stop leaking.
Bro, they're not gonna stop, but also this
This
fucks up anybody's fucking validity, 100%.
all that story just literally told me about the American Gods. We get right back to the VGS, but this is just technically he wasn't in part of that part of the book. But they're right, he really wasn't. Let's go back to the VGS though. Okay. So the winners, the losers, that just like. What else did they even have that fucking mattered? Like, do they have an announcement show what games were announced?
Yeah.
Like, show me that. I watched it and it.
And I don't care about
Xbox Series X.
Yeah, the fucking
they got the
desktop
tower.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, you made some straight computer.
It's a break.
It's a computer. It's
a computer. Yeah.
Like,
Sonic Sage Hellblade 2.
Actually, that was a good. Was that the good trailer?
That was the one with that lady chanting and shit.
Okay, now which one was the one with the ninja?
That's Ghost. Ghost was good.
That
is definitely not it.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
We've seen that.
We've seen that forever.
Godfall.
For PS5.
PS5. They revealed that. They didn't reveal nothing shit about the PS5. I'm like, you stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Fucking preview with a fucking preview.
Like,
dumb shit. Save that.
Ruin King.
Trash.
League of Legends.
Oh no, that was like a
that wasn't a trash. But that was they had 2 League of Legends trailers. So what they're doing right now with
Convergence.
yeah, that's another league thing.
Yeah, so they're doing 2 league games in addition to another action RPG style game, in addition to a fighting game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it's like right now, it's like,
they're doing a lot of shit.
Well, they are, but they have to. The thing was, because I remember playing League, I went up to like Gold 1 maybe at best, and I got fucking whopped. Anyway, there's a lot of story within the characters, but the best they give you is maybe a trailer and a couple paragraph story, and that's it. So outside of that, you don't know anything about them. So what they seem to be doing now with a lot of these is actually
fleshing out all their characters.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, the characters are all likable. They're designed very fucking well. Their idiosyncrasies and all that, they're solid.
Oh, so basically Riot is doing what Blizzard been needed to do.
Yes.
Got it.
That's why Overwatch 2 is coming out.
Yes.
They're gonna compound on the fucking stories.
Yep.
They better.
Yeah, of course, because they released it on like.
Although fuck Blizzard.
Yes.
Yeah,
At least until next year. Yeah.
that too. Yeah, until next year. Yeah. Then they re-release Heroes of the Storm, then I'm like, okay, I'll fuck with you again. But until then, because they've been.
Like I said, the NFL been boycotted for years, but then they couldn't give Kaepernick a shot. So all right, we'll be lenient.
We'll see what happens though, because we'll go back to that. But Cap decided to do his own training thing instead of the one that NFL wanted because he wanted media coverage. Mm-hmm. So I think he may be going on some team, which he should, because there's not trash quarterbacks. But it's all good. Let's get back to this.
Gears Tactics.
Next.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's a phone game. Get the fuck out of here.
Humankind.
Next.
Yeah, mad phone games.
Shark
Man
bullshit.
Eater.
Listen, they were wilding with that.
Man Eater was dope.
That was
Man
shark
Eater
shit.
was.
It was cool to watch, yeah.
It was, but
that shit ain't real.
it was like Echo the Dolphin with the Sharks.
It was hilarious.
I'll play it for 5 minutes.
It was a break from all the monotony, but it still ain't good.
Warframe Empyrean.
It's another fucking what's it called?
Destiny
Expansion.
knockoff.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Warframe's been out forever.
Oh, okay.
It came out a little bit after Destiny, but it's doing everything that Destiny did wrong, right?
Oh, okay.
I've been playing Warframe for. Damn, I forgot.
Yeah,
I tried to play it. I couldn't get into it.
Once you learn how to move properly.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain freedom of movement when it comes to Warframe. Most third-person shooters run, dash, or
Everything you do
whatever.
is lizard, wrap it up.
Control Expedition.
Next, what the fuck is that? That's it? Oh,
The
shit.
fuck is Prologue.
I don't know.
Wolf Among Us 2.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I just.
There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of fucking dubs.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Fast and Furious game.
With the most cringy fucking.
That should look like
That was a
trash.
cringy like
Who
interview.
are the Game Awards hosted by? Like, who puts together the Game Awards? Who's
I'm
the
not
people
sure.
who are nominating?
Some out of
Who's,
punch. I don't know who is voting. It was crazy.
who are the people who are running it? Like, who's
I
like?
don't
It's
know.
not transparent at
Some
all.
random other. Yeah.
But yet people revere
Most
this
award
shit.
shows aren't though. Like the Hollywood Press or whatever runs like the what is the one that's coming out? Golden Globes or whatever, but like Hollywood Foreign Press. But it's like, who's on that? Like, what's that? Like, right? And like for the Academy Awards, at least like the Academy is like people from who have been in the industry are voting for the things in the industry. But everything else, you gotta go look at it. Like, go look up who the FEC people are and be like questioning them, like wherever they are, like on Twitter or wherever. Like, what the F is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm never watching another one again.
Yeah, nah.
This is the
Believe
first
that.
year.
This is the first one. No, this is the first year I watched it.
Because the thing is, like, even with last year, like, a lot of the announcements were actually kind of hype.
Yeah.
Not only that, like,
Also, Sonic Fox won. He fucking esports player of the year. It's a big deal.
So they did.
Sure.
They did do some of that, like esports
But
player of
that's
the year. some of the
interesting to me
year.
that they're doing games and gamers. Like, it seems like it would be two separate things to
Right.
be awarded.
That's what it should be.
It
This whole
was
thing
weird, yeah,
was
they
a
had a mix
clusterfuck.
of
There
it.
was
It
too
was-
much of everything happening, and none of
trying
it
to
made
show off
sense.
to, like, non-gamers, pretty much. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Look, understand that
Who
pretty
these
much
jokes
everyone
for?
is a gamer at any point, whether it's phone or not. Treat it as it is.
Simple.
But when you see like these, just everything being so cringy is just the word of the night.
Oh.
That and Death Stranding is the meme of the night.
Everything.
Let's keep going down.
Elder Scrolls to Skyrim.
No, they never. That's a fucking expansion to fucking online. I don't care.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about
the
that.
fuck?
We want Elder Scrolls 6.
Naraka Blade Point.
I don't even remember what that was.
I
Next.
don't. I think it was that MMO
It's like
shit.
an action game.
Yeah, it was that MMO action game.
New World.
Next.
9 to 5.
Skip.
What the fuck was that one?
That was some weird bullshit. I got the squirrels or something. I don't know.
That shit look
Oh,
dumb.
that was a
it was that
game?
regular shooter because it looked like that bunny
Right.
bullshit, and it
And
looked like they were watching TV.
Yeah,
All right.
that was an actual shooter game.
I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you're just
Magic.
Magic
fucking-
Legends MMO.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. It's an MMO, I guess.
I don't know. Dude.
Yep. I mean, they're using the IP, I guess.
Weird West.
Trash next.
Apex Legends.
Trash. Oh my
Got
god.
an
So
event.
many whack jokes. I'm like, bro, why is this shit lasting like 10 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, that's another one. It's like the pacing.
It's an event and it spent 10 minutes on it?
Bro, it's
No, they spent mad long. It was like the thing was
Whack-ass
for
joke.
certain announcements that didn't deserve the amount of time that they got.
Yeah.
That had this whole 3D character talking to the crowd.
Yeah, he was talking
and-
to the crowd.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Whack ass dude.
I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, why?
I'm gonna take an Elfie. I was like, nah, that's it. I was about to turn the shit off. I'm like,
all that bullshit. Like,
I'm good.
Sons of the Forest.
Skip. Oh yeah, that shit look boring as fuck.
That shit looked like a discount Magic the Gathering thing.
Yes, and then
it looked like kind of like Silent Hill.
Yeah. Dark Alliance.
Yeah, that had terrible graphics. Next.
It's not letting me scroll.
Well, I mean, I feel like y'all are talking about what's crappy about them. Mm-hmm. But tell me what you would have nominated or put up.
For the list, yeah. I'm trying to see.
Well, my thing is, all right. Well,
no.
Let's finish the list and then
that was everything they revealed.
So what is
that's it? All right.
No, but
I didn't see
but for each category, what would you have rather see be the winner for that category?
Well, most of the nominees are trash, but clearly Game of the Year was Smash. Let's keep it a fucking buck.
That came out 2019.
Yes.
But so, how often do they award like legacy games? You know what I mean? Like, it's the latest out of a game that they're gonna have new versions for every couple years, anytime.
I don't know their process, but clearly, I mean that's the process.
And Sekiro came out like way after.
It came out in the summer, yeah. Mm-hmm. It came out in the summer. It lasted the summer, and that's basically
what makes it the game of the year for the industry and not for just like people who like to do games like Smash. You know what I mean? Like, tell me why that's the number one game.
Yeah, longevity, really. Basically, if a person can't come back.
Yeah.
See, all right, so Sekiro comes from Software, and from Software, they always make games that are generally hard and have reason for people to come back. Mm-hmm. Armored Core was actually one of their main things they started on, which was like a really intense mech simulator.
Yeah.
Right? But there was a multiplayer aspect. It was like after you beat the game, this is the real meat of it. It's like how Pokemon has the competitive stuff after you beat the game in earnest. Mm-hmm. Right? So Dark Souls always had that. Yeah. And that was Bloodborne had that too and all that stuff. Sekiro was trying to do an Asian take on that kind of style of gameplay, which was fine. But the longevity of it, the game after it was non-existent.
Right. Nobody was even talking about it.
No one was requesting an expansion. No one was doing anything. You beat the game. It's cool. The fights were cool, but that was it.
Can you pull up a list of the categories? I just want to hear the categories again.
Game of the Year.
Game of the Year with the second row, action game.
Okay, so tell me an action game that you think should have been the winner.
Devil May Cry. Sure, that one.
Devil May Cry got that one right.
All right, that one was cool.
The latest Devil May Cry. They actually added
action adventure game.
Action adventure
again.
Yes.
So that could have won that. It ain't the Game of the Year. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Okay, but what makes that top one for action adventure game?
That's exactly what the game is. You're just running around as a samurai ninja guy.
Exploration and combat. They have equal emphasis on both. Versus Devil May Cry is all action.
Excellent choice.
Yeah.
So wait, is Legend of Zelda in that same category?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't everyone going off for that one?
And that game was a lot better than this.
This is where the issue
That's
starts.
what I'm saying.
In the same list. Resident Evil. You were watching Resident Evil 2.
But what I'm saying is, why is that one that won the one that you're like, it should have won instead of the other ones?
Which one was okay?
For
Sekiro? The Sekiro was okay for what it is.
Okay, but it's better than Legend of Zelda and for Resident Evil?
In my opinion, not better than Resident Evil 2, no.
And so why are you saying that it was okay that it won even though it wasn't better than the other
Because it's that's the genre. That, as an action adventure game, cool. That's what that game is.
But it wasn't better than other ones.
It's not the Game of the Year.
I'm not saying Game of the Year.
Is it better than Resident Evil 2?
I know what you're saying,
yes.
but I think the difference is it wasn't that
it's okay that it won for me. Yeah.
In that category.
Is it the best of that category? No.
Yeah. So then why is it okay that it won even though it wasn't the best?
Because
it was definitely not
Game
of
that
that
category.
I don't care again. I don't care about Game of the Year. You already said you want to do Smash. It's fine. I'm saying, are you okay with it? Even though it's not the best from its category, winning the best of its category.
It's okay. It's actually up there. It's probably a tie. For that and Resident Evil 2, probably Resident Evil 2 is you kind of just run through. Sekiro was super difficult. Super fucking
so it's complex.
Yes.
I don't know. Link's Awakening made me like Zelda, so I'm kind of like, that should have won.
I think the one thing with Link's Awakening, though, it does focus way more on the adventure aspect versus the action aspect.
True that.
So it's like things are skewed.
But the combat is action.
Combat is action, but the combat is pretty simple.
It ain't Sekiro action.
It ain't Sekiro action. There's no real depth to the Legend of Zelda action. I mean, there is some, like, micromanaging when it comes to certain spacing, hit attack. You know, maybe you miss a thing by a frame and stuff like that.
You're not doing these guys.
So it feels like adventure game. That I definitely see Legend of
Yeah,
Zelda.
exactly. And it's weird that they put those two together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Those
even
two
those two
different genres.
on that same road to me doesn't make that much sense just because of how
Right.
the genre skews.
Right.
So next category.
Art direction.
I think the Zoinks for dipping. Thanks for chilling with us.
Yeah, that's coming through.
Have a good one,
Art
Zoe.
direction. What does that mean?
Oh, you want to put the list in the chat? I guess the Twitter, whatever.
Yeah. So art direction. Let's see. I'm guessing the way the game looks. What do they have on there? I can't see from here.
Control, Death Stranding, Gris, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro, and...
I don't know why that shit's on every fucking list either.
Sekiro.
Yeah,
They had a hard on for Sekiro.
they really did. And Death Stranding, apparently.
So Death Stranding, I kind of get. It's the same kind of thing like how The Last of Us came out and kind of swept.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually did play that game. That shit
This
is
is sweet.
fucking amazing.
But this is Death Stranding is literally on every list.
Yeah, I know. That's a little much.
Audio
But
design.
the only thing I did see Contact as far as the way it looked actually looked different than every other game because every other game is just graphic fidelity.
Show them Gris right quick, because Gris probably could have won.
Right click, middle click. There we go. Let me see Gris.
Gris was out here with it, especially in terms of art direction.
Damn, Gris is taking mad long to load. Yeah, this and the other
Look at
game
that
could have
shit.
definitely. Both of them could have been.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, both.
especially the way it moves, like.
Oh yeah, I remember Gris. Yeah, both of them.
Crazy.
Both of them could have won. That and Contact could have won art direction because it definitely is out there. I'll give it that. They did have that announcement of that one side scroller game. I forgot the name, but that shit looked beautiful too. But it's like just the way it looks. So either one of those I was okay with. What's the next one?
I believe it's audio design.
Audio design.
Call of
I
Duty.
can't. I
I
haven't
don't
played.
care. Next.
Yeah.
You need to have everything set up with the audio in order to get it. So
Right.
I couldn't tell.
Community support, sure. Destiny 2, yeah, everyone plays that shit.
Final Fantasy 14.
Wait, how did Destiny get community support? Like they've been like the community support or the community they just been fucking up since launch.
Play it,
They must have fixed it or
But
something.
did Fortnite come out this year?
Not at all.
No. No, so I'm just like, how did that come? Why is that in the thing for 2019?
This is what we're saying.
They probably...
We're trying to find
consistent,
it's
yeah.
just like there's no consistency at all. Like last year it seemed like there was consistency. So this year there's
So do they even have like a Gamers Choice Awards thing?
they
where
have
people-
that but not here. But Game
Not,
Short
you know what I'm saying? Like a full awards thing that's gamers voting on it or
they
whatever.
do have that. And that one is pretty like it has a
It's-
structure.
But it probably is also a better sense of what the gamer community actually like appreciates or whatever than like whatever this is with people that you have no idea what their values are and what they're doing with the categories.
I guess you could say this is like the Oscars of video games, so I guess we've made it.
Did we?
I get it.
Content creator, just I guess a YouTuber. I don't know any of them.
I don't know
Yeah,
none
so
of these names.
crazy. I've
Esports
heard
coach.
of shit. I don't know the fuck
I don't
it
know
is.
any of them.
Esports coach, next, who the fuck?
Ooh.
And I fucking do these.
Esports
I don't know what the fuck he's
event.
talking about.
There's nobody else
Yeah,
gonna
Evo
touch
was
League.
on there, but yeah, League, yeah, come on.
I'm
They
glad
had like
that
$3 million in the shit.
I'm glad that Evo was in there, but there's
But-
nobody
Yeah.
touching
That's-
League.
Why are
Yeah,
you? But why are they awarding an event
Exactly.
that's already got a bajillion sponsors anyway? Again,
It's a skewed vote.
no,
It's like
no,
there's
it's
no
not
way.
even that. It's not even that. It's literally like.
Why are they doing
What
it?
is the scheme behind these awards? Like, what money are you getting for
It's just
awarding?
like that list. Like, what's the criteria? Like, how
No,
much
no,
did you put in versus how much you put out?
You're talking about
I
it in
don't
a
know.
more like I'm talking about the literal like what is behind the scenes money changing hands. Why do y'all have this as a
Oh, yeah,
category?
there's
in
definitely
here?
some money changing hands.
Oh yeah, that
Bro had to do. They probably paid. to
They
get
probably
Hey,
can't
hold
even-
up.
Yo, I swear to God, if there's a sequel announcement next month, I'm like, word,
Yeah.
you done did that. That's what these award things are for.
Just
To
go
make
where's
people
the other
publishers
game?
want
Oh,
to-
that game's the best. I'm gonna buy it. Like,
But not only that,
It's so
though,
they can put it
You're
on.
gonna lose.
It's so they can put that little icon
Game
on
of
the
the
game.
year.
Oh yeah,
This was game of the year.
Critics' Choice of the Bob
Trash.
Block.
Yeah.
Taking
I
a
did that shit for fucking BB Tag. He was like, this game is featured at Evo. I
yeah.
didn't even wanted this shit, but I guess that's
And
gonna
then,
make
not
you
only
buy
that,
it.
it's like now it's like publishers are gonna be like, okay, they're gonna speak to certain developers. Oh, you made a game that came here, cool. Maybe we want to work with you again. That's basically what the idea.
All right, so Esports game of the year is League of Legends.
Never surprised.
Esports host is Soljux.
Esports host.
Yeah, next. I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess. What?
Esports player Buha.
Yeah, next.
Esports team G2.
No fucking Sonic Fox re-up. No MK Leo. Alright, cool. G2 team. The only team I recognize is Liquid.
Yeah, that's the only thing I recognize.
Same.
Family game, Luigi's Mansion.
How?
Question.
One player.
Luigi Mansion.
Yeah, that's
single
fucking.
player game.
That was a fucking shot. I'm like, really?
So how
That's a
is it-
single player game.
Or is it like
How is Mario Maker a family game?
that's just wild
I
complex?
mean, they have a multiplayer mode, but okay.
But you're building it yourself. Like you, I feel like the only way to officially make a maker to make something is for you to be doing because you have a plan and a strategy for you to make the thing.
we thought
Mario Party, sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Where the
Like,
fuck is Mario Party?
Yeah.
And there is a Super Mario Party. What the fuck
Yoshi's
is it here?
Craft World. What the fuck, man?
Are they just saying games that are for kids? Cause that's
I don't understand exactly
Like,
what is the family game.
Ring Fit
Everyone's playing,
Ring
right?
Fit Adventure is probably the closest thing here to a family
Even
game.
then, that's a single player game.
Yeah.
So go just dance, sure.
Where is Just Dance?
Where's a multiplayer game? That's for everyone. Smash Ultimate didn't even win. All right,
Fighting
cool.
game. Smash finally wins something.
Sure.
Here's
What
my
the fuck is Jump
problem.
Force?
Why is Jump Force on there?
Yeah.
Jump Force is some arcade
Yes.
style arena fighter. It's
It's
just
trash.
like it's gonna last like 3 months and that's it. It's like
It's not good.
fighting games are live and die by the depth that's in it. It's like if you have none, then what the fuck?
Yep.
You can next that whole one.
Fresh indie game.
All right, I don't know any of those.
Well, I know I've heard of Untitled
Chris is
Goose
on
Game.
there.
And-
Yeah. I didn't win. That's crazy.
How did this not win?
And Grish not one either. That was one we looked at before.
What is Disco Elysium?
I like the word Elysium. I don't know what it means.
It just seems cool, like
It sounds
epic.
cool.
wait, which game do you think should have won?
Either Gris or Untitled
The
Goose
Goose
Game.
Game.
Yeah, so I didn't.
I'm
Okay,
actually
I just
gonna
didn't hear
cover
what y'all
that
said
soon.
earlier.
You seen
But
it, though?
I definitely like played it
Easy
for
as
2
fuck.
seconds and it was just like, okay, fine.
That game looked like the goose looks like a jerk. Like
He was. It was fun because it was like I like the directions were like get the farmer to take off his hat. And you're like gotta be a real a-hole just to get the farmer to take off his hat. And then like going there was like a whole lady running around a shop with like the big old cutters after the goose. I'm like, ooh, we have to get the violent in this game. It's interesting. It's fun.
You know what's great about the direction? They're mad vague. It's like the Marwin directions. It's like, go this way. Good luck. It's like, get the hat off.
Game direction. What does that mean?
Figure it out. I like that.
What is that title? What is game direction?
Oh, game
I guess
direction's a
the-
stupid category. It's set pieces.
There's someone who directed it.
Yeah. So when you go
Oh,
into a game,
man.
you know when shit happens, cutscenes, set
Right.
pieces. That's basically what that is.
Stupid. Next. Gotcha. And it's all this is the same fucking.
I
If
guess
Saints Row came out, that would have been it.
Control.
But
To give Kojima his directorial award.
Yeah, you got it. There you go.
Kojima would have
So
got
that's
it.
even close. Yes. Why is anything else up there? Games for Impact. Hey, Gris got something.
Yay, Gris got
What is
something.
Games for Impact though? What does that mean?
I don't even know what that means.
What does Games for Impact mean?
Yes.
Life is
Well,
strange.
Did
Gris
it
got
hit?
something. So what's up? Yeah.
It hit different.
I feel it.
I mean, let's
Hit
talk
different.
about the games around it and see what it is. Let's see. Concrete
Never heard.
Genie.
The only other game I heard
Kind
here
words,
is
life.
Life is
Well,
Strange.
kind words. I've seen that. It's like it's honestly some message service online shit. It's not even a game. So what the fuck? So,
Life is Strange is basically some Final Destination shit.
yeah, it's Final Destination.
Life is
Telltale
Strange.
game.
I've seen some of this. It was kind of interesting, like animation.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
I guess how it hits you if there's emotion involved.
But I mean, games for impact. I feel like if I were just reading it, I would think it'd be like games with like a political like message or something behind it. You know, like impacting change or impacting like conversation or something. And I'm like, what does it mean? Like impact for like drama? Like, you know what I mean? What is it? What does impact mean?
yeah, that's the thing. It's not even made clear.
It's not clear.
Yeah.
Independent games.
Let's go
We saw that
Elysium
already.
one.
Wasn't there already an indie game? What is the difference between indie and independent?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes is the answer. Well, either way, they won both of them.
Ooh.
Disco Elysium.
Good job.
I
Dominated.
guess independent would mean like you did the shit by yourself.
But it's the
and
same
indie
games
is
being
done by a company that's
but
kind of
the
large.
same
but
games
not
are being
AAA.
nominated for both categories. categories.
Yes.
Indie could be made by AAA, I guess, and independent means
But-
you just did it.
But
Dog.
at least
Same
you could've won
games
both.
are
They
being
did win both.
nominated
Which
for
means
both
that rule wouldn't
categories.
apply.
So it's just pointless.
Look, I don't know, motherfucker. I'm not speculating like that.
Mobile games.
Mobile game.
No one
Call of
cares.
Duty, yeah,
Call
next.
of Booty.
Yes, and also of course because that shit is.
Even though that one actually looks pretty good on
It
phone.
is. It looks good on phone.
It looks pretty solid.
Multiplayer games.
I feel like that's cheating.
This is all shooters. Oh, there's Tetris out there, but yeah.
That
Like,
was
what's
a
cheating?
bone.
I feel like the fun games category is cheating to put Call of Duty because that's not the mobile games that people are. You're not going to
That's a
play
whole
Call
fact.
of Duty on a
Right.
mobile
You're
phone.
usually-
They
you
do
usually
now, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, what is it that people are playing on a mobile? They're playing Candy Crush. They're playing like
They're playing something puzzly.
the Farmville games. They're playing
Or
word
some-
puzzles. They're not playing these big animated. Like, yeah, cool, you made the mobile game work, but that's not what people are going. Like, what are the games that most people are playing on the mobile phone?
Rhinestone, whatever the fuck that is.
What if? I don't know. I'm old.
What's the
I'm old. I was gonna say what the fuck is Monument Valley, but that game's kind of old.
Cool. Multiplayer.
Anyway.
Another shooter next.
Yeah, no shit.
Narrative.
Then
I don't
what
know
is
what
that?
means.
Why? Okay, wait. So do shooters not have their own category?
No.
Apparently not.
I know that also.
Multiplayer is pretty broad.
But then also is not fair because that then okay, so if you're gonna not put family game, if you're making family game and multiplayer, if they're not the same thing, then give multiplayer that family vibe of like what is it, a group game.
Yeah.
Multiplayer should then if you give shooters, just give shooters their own effing category.
Right.
That is the shooter category.
That's not fair.
Tetris was just put there, and be like, yeah, it's
Yeah, they're not
multiplayer.
winning them. It's not fair. That's not fair to the category.
That's stupid. Narrative, Disco Elysium. I think we had to put Disco Elysium.
Yes. Yeah, whoever they are, they got the money up in there.
Ongoing game, Fork
I
Knife.
don't know what.
Here's the problem with ongoing though, because Fortnite again did not come out in 2019. It came out way before. So why is he even on this?
So there,
And based on that criteria, where the fuck is Grand Theft Auto 5?
or
Because that's just
Overwatch.
still doing things.
Or Overwatch.
Overwatch is still
Or
doing work.
Overwatch.
That's Destiny 2 and Final Fantasy fucking
They
14.
just came out,
It's
so
on
I'm like,
here.
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is all.
Who are these people?
Who the fuck is Mads
I don't know
Mikkelsen?
what that is.
Performance.
Oh, he's
No
actually no Max.
Actor.
Max is a big
Oh.
actor.
Yeah. Oh, he's actors in it. Wait, he was from Death Stranding too. I remember that.
Yeah.
No, but Max is a big actor in a lot of stuff. If you look him up, you'll know exactly who the F he is, his
Yeah,
face,
yeah.
or whatever.
That's- yeah.
And they're probably just giving him an award because he's a big actor, and they're just like, we should give the big actor an award
What about Norman Reedus?
because Max is more obscure.
Yeah, of course.
You know what they said? They said, fuck you.
It's 'cause he's European and more
Disco shit won 3
exotic.
awards.
Yo, write down that.
Someone
What the
tell me why the
and
fuck
Monster
Kingdom
Hunter
Hearts
World.
3 and Monster Hunter World lost to Disco Elysium. What is this game?
Hasn't Disco already won enough awards?
Like
Why do
three.
we have to take that one too?
Crazy. Trash.
Now, that Kingdom Hearts 3 is flawed. There are problems with it, but come on, B.
Okay,
It's only
so let me ask you this question. Why did y'all watch this game awards and not like the Gamer's Choice
Because of
Awards?
last
Because
year.
of the Smash reveal. Let's keep it a buck.
Yes. Last year
All
they
these
revealed
false ass leakers talking about, oh, it's gonna be crazy, and he's not gonna be in the game, but it's definitely gonna be whatever. It's supposed to shake up the whole shit.
Aside from that, there was more than just that leak. There was supposed to be a whole bunch of other leaks, including
Yeah, Mad
Elder
Games.
Scrolls
Mad
6
Games.
that I was waiting for
had
for
shit.
12, 13 fucking years. But none of that happened.
Yeah.
So we had to sit through this.
All of them need to delete
All right, let's lightning round this shit. Score music, Death Stranding.
Hold on, it's not lightning around
But
this.
you already know,
Let's
so you
not
already
do
lightning
that.
rounded it because we already named all the winners. Now we're just like, who would you rather be up there?
Yeah.
If Harassing Racing won the fucking racing game
Whoa.
over all those actual esports, yeah.
At least it didn't compete with Gran Turismo or Forza. Because if it competed in one, I would have just walked out this room.
Wait, and is this also gaming across different platforms? So it's
Yeah.
like, so you have computer games going against friggin' like
Console.
That's kind of
consoles,
that's
but
kind
also
of fair.
handheld and mobile.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any
that's not
sense.
fair. I guess Fire Emblem winning strategy makes sense.
I'm perfectly okay with that. I am perfectly fine with that.
At least they nominated.
They got 2 right.
They nominated Wargroove.
All right, they got 3 right.
I'll give them that.
VR, yeah.
I don't know nothing about VR.
Beat Saber, I've seen Beat
So
Saber.
yeah. All right, so I want to get to my point before I don't get it off. Leakers need to stop leaking.
But this is the thing. How many of these leakers are paid to get things hype for the awards, even knowing that they're false? They're false leaks on purpose. They just want money.
They did
and they did the
watch
job of getting those views.
Nah, because like
They did. They won.
Like they won. Because people who are like, oh, this is a known leaker that knows this shit. Okay.
That's because people trust them because they feel like they have insider knowledge.
Pause that video. You don't want to mess up the audio.
Which means that the
get off this.
that the gaming like event or whatever, like the awards event, they take advantage of people trusting the leakers to people know like, oh yeah, we're connected to them, so then you should listen to them because you know that they're connected to who we are.
Or they could do like a you thought oh, this is the leak. No, it's not. It probably was what they predicted, but they just they went ahead and rescinded it. That's actually the reason why Mass Effect 3 is terrible, because the ending of it got leaked, so they changed it at the end.
Yep.
So yeah, leakers, please stop leaking, or try not to, like, if you get famous, just stop.
Same thing with the whole.
Remember, be surprised. Yeah, you right.
Remember Emissary, right? They literally leaked the whole fucking story before the game came out. Like.
So, but why would people be interested in spoiled like things, right? Like
because some people want to watch the world burn.
People just want to be
first.
But I feel like
that's also a thing.
But I also feel like no. I'm talking about like for people who were like supporting these people, right? Who are like the viewers or followers or whatever. Like I feel like there are some games where you could just like follow. Like, okay, sure, I know what the story. I know Pokemon. I know that you're gonna go. I'm gonna beat the Elite Four at some point.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be the champion.
Yep.
Boom, boom. I know that's how Pokemon works. But so then I'm not really. So having the storyline spoiled for me isn't really a big thing or whatever, because it's like boom.
Unless it's like Gen 5 where they actually put their ass in that game and made a good story.
Right, and the latest one that came out or whatever is like actually better than a lot of like I feel like Pokemon have been straddling the line of just doing the same old thing and just being like it works.
This game is bare bones.
Yeah, this one
where it shines is actually under the hood, like the competitive stuff.
Yeah,
but on the surface level, I'm like,
well, this one did really good about having the wild area.
Yeah.
And like giving storylines to the gym leaders or whatever that actually make you want to F with the gym leaders like that.
I really like that.
And then the actual Pokemon that they give you. So, and here I am talking about Pokemon, but like it's about the general like gaming thing of like putting out some things. I feel like there's some games or stories where you just give me like an outline of like a skeleton of like this is how the story's gonna go, and I'm fine knowing it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll still play the game. Versus some games, what are the games that are the ones that like if you spoil it then it's ruined? Like what are those? RPGs?
Kingdom Hearts 3. If you would have, RPGs, because especially something like a Kingdom Hearts or a Mass Effect where it has a long running story and you're waiting for the conclusion. It's been all this build up. We on like Kingdom Hearts 3 is not the third game, but for sake of argument, the third game in the series, we want to know what really happened at the end. If someone would have told you the ending to that game before it came out, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, because that level of anticipation.
Or certain shooters, like if you go into a certain environment, Modern Warfare, I'm sure everyone heard of the nuke scene at this point. And it's like, if you're playing through the game, there's nothing in there about a nuke. No one that says you're about to get hit with a nuke. Right? No one understands what it feels like. So you're finally going through the game and the shit happens. It's just like, what the fuck did I just experience? Like, this is horror. But if they would have revealed it and they would have leaked it, then when it happens, like, oh, okay, it's that scene.
Yeah, exactly. It would have ruined the experience.
That scene was fucked up.
Some people want to ruin people's experiences. Like when I say people want to watch the world burn, some people are like, oh, you know what happened in Endgame?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, come on, shut the fuck up.
But I feel like there's just a fine line between those people and the people who are like,
Wanna be first?
No. I think there's a fine line between those people and the like clout chase, like clout people, and people who are just like, this is what.
There are some people who generally want to know. Yeah. Because like they have
like,
anticipations like, yo, I need to know this.
Yeah, like
they don't spoil anything. They just want to know for them.
It's like I feel like there's people who just like review the game and are like, there are people who out there who just want to know whether or not the game is worth buying or not. And there's ways to do that without spoiling it. And there's some people who want it spoiled so they know, like, okay, I actually would play that in a game or whatever.
Exactly.
So I feel like there is a place for that, but it depends. There's a difference between the clout people and the people who are just providing that service to people who just don't want to get something and then they spend $60 on it later.
Yeah. Also, there's something called spoiler alert, so you don't gotta fucking do that.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like again, like the cloud reveal.
You need to sleep.
Yeah.
Go for it, man. We be good. We'll lock up.
I don't really keep going.
You try to sleep.
Yeah.
You can sleep. We'll see you in the night. We'll see you on the floor.
You're gonna keep going or not? We're gonna end it. I said you was gonna end it.
Well, we're kind of done. You can get your last point off.
Yeah, get the point off.
No, I'm good. I'm saying if you want to sleep, you go to sleep. We're not stopping you, bro.
Right, so I'm gonna leave the podcast right now.
Why you getting pissed?
Because why are you saying like that?
Saying if you
I'm
want
tired
to
of
sleep,
sitting at the hour we're still going.
want to end it then?
All right.
I don't have the last point.
I guess we're gonna wrap it up.
That's fine. Let's wrap it up then.
All right. So like, comment, subscribe.
Tired as fuck.
Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night, y'all.